It's a beautiful evening in Crete, Nebraska. We welcome you to Al Papik Field, the home of the Doane University Tigers, for some Saturday football. Always a blessing to have such great weather here in mid-October. Ryan Valenta, Chase Wilkinson with you. So glad you could join us on this Saturday evening as the Doane Tigers are set for their Week 6 matchup against the Mount Marty Lancers from Yankton, South Dakota. Chase, Mount Marty 3-2, Doane 1-4. Tough loss at homecoming last week. Doane's offense has been struggling a little bit this year, and today, if they want to get a win, bounce back from that homecoming loss, lots of things need to improve on the offense today.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it starts with the run game. I feel like they got to get that introduced early and often. You know, more consistency in the running game. They only had 97 rushing yards last week, which was better than the previous week, but also you want to see that above the 100 mark. Also, I think the passing game has not been there. It's been a little spotty, so if they start with the running game, the passing game will open up.
That 97 yards, by the way, that's the highest that Doane has ever rushed for in a game this entire season. Not once have they rushed over 100 yards, so that is going to be a big key for them in today's game. Meanwhile, Mount Marty started the season 3-0. They've lost 2 straight against very tough opponents last week, losing to Concordia in a very highly contested game. But Mount Marty, they've got a really big offense behind a big right-handed quarterback. We'll tell you who that is in just a moment, but their offense is really good. Doane's passing game, Chase, going to need to step up today against their electric offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a tough offense to hang around because Mount Marty's very talented on the offensive side. They can put up a lot of points and they can throw the ball around very fast and quick. So Doane's defense has, their hands full today in terms of keeping their quarterback, out of his groove basically, and try to stop him as much as they can.
Mount Marty and Doane coming up shortly. When we return, we'll tell you about today's key players. It's our pregame show presented by Custom Sports on News Channel Nebraska. And lose the game.
I don't know.
We welcome you back to Al Papik Field. Doane and Mount Marty set to go in just a few moments, but now it's time to introduce today's key players of the game. For Doane, we go on the defensive side. Reese Zuneverd, one of their senior linebackers, had a big day against Dakota Wesleyan last week. A sack, a tackle for loss, and interception. JC can be everywhere around the field. He's going to have to be everywhere on the field today, along with his other 10 guys on the field.
Yeah, you said it. Last week he was all over the place, doing a little bit of everything, basically. Almost had that pick six, too. He's a very talented player. I think he started as a freshman. He's just been working his way up the charts, and he's been a really solid linebacker for this Doane defense.
4-year starter for Reese Zuneverd, and for the opposing team, Mount Marty, their quarterback, best name in the league, in my opinion, Rugby Riken. Last week, he threw for over 400 yards, and he passed the ball, or attempted to pass the ball, over a few dozen times. He's going to be today's key player of the game. Doane's passing defense, Chase, has struggled, and if Doane's defense can't get adjusted to him, he's going to feast on the Tiger defense this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very talented quarterback, as you can tell. He loves to throw the football around, and he had a really good game last week. Doane's secondary needs to do a good job of covering all the routes and all the threats down the field, and also getting pressure from the defensive lineman and the linebacker core.
Doane 1-4, Mount Marty 3-2. Head-to-head matchup here in Crete is coming up shortly. When we return to the booth, we'll introduce today's starting lineups and get you set for Saturday night football in Crete.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
He's there with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give.
Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
Schaefer's is celebrating its 79th anniversary with special rebates,
Financing.
savings, and free delivery store-wide.
Update your home with innovative Samsung appliances and save up to an additional $900 with rebates. Samsung Innovation saves you energy and time with easy-to-connect appliance technology. Plus, during Schaefer's anniversary, get free delivery on your appliance purchase.
So hurry in during Schaefer's 79th anniversary event, going on now.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
You're watching Doane football on NCN Sports, where the Tigers taking on the Mount Marty Lancers. We introduce today's school spotlights. First, for the Lancers from Yankton, South Dakota, about 184 miles up north, just on the border of South Dakota. 3-hour, 3-minute drive away for the Mount Marty Lancers as they come into today's game. 3-2 record. John Micheletti is their head coach in this fifth season. Lancers in the GPAC last week, 52-43 loss versus Concordia, and again at Yankton, South Dakota. For Doane, 1-4 record coming into today's game. Jonathan Johnson, the second-year head coach for the Tigers, right here in Crete. The Tigers out of the GPAC as well. Last week's loss, 33-7 versus Dakota Wesleyan. Now, quick, let's get a look at our. We're going to look at our starting lineups after the opening kickoff here. Doane won the toss, selected to defer to the second half. Set to kick it away for the Tigers is Morgan Schumann, looks like, that will get the kicking opportunity here. And the kick is a short one to the 30 and fielded by Mount Marty. They'll get about to the 43. They kick it to Nick Heath, the senior. He is the big man on the defense, the special teams. A nice return of about 8 yards.
Yeah, this first drive is going to tell a lot about this Doane defense. How do they respond, to the pressure and the big loss last week in the passing defense?
Look at your starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With the Medica Health Plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. The quarterback, Rugby Riken. Kyle Hurst, the running back. Drushawn Phillips. Jackson Wachholtz, James Brinsley, the receivers. Delonte Dickey, Bryson Mitchell, DJ Brown, some of those guys on the D-line for Mount Marty. Rugby Riken, yes, not a typo. That is his name, the sophomore quarterback for the Lancers. Going to give it on the ground on their first play of the game, and stood up is the running back, Malachi Hartz. The
This is a great play there.
After a gain of 2.
A great play there by the Doane defensive lineman and linebacker core. Good rallying by Sim Dorn, Zudavern, all of them coming over. That's what they're good at. They're good at defending that running game. It's the question is the pass, which they look like they're going to go here.
Quick look at the Doane University starting lineup. Go with trips to the left side. Somebody jumped off sides. They're going to let the play go and take a shot downfield. Lots of contact down there. No flag down there, but A Doane defensive end jumped offside before the play. It looked like that was Caleb Daniel a little bit early on the play.
Yeah, and Caleb Daniels had a couple of those plays this season where he kind of jumped off sides a little early.
Get the official call. Official call is offside against the aforementioned Daniel, the sophomore, in the starting role now, and looked like two guys jumped offside. Carter Fauble was a little bit early on the snap as well, so a pre-snap penalty sets up Mount Marty with a second and short. Now in Doane territory, just 2 plays in. Doane's defense trying to bounce back from giving up 33 points in 3 quarters against Dakota Wesleyan last week right here at home. High formation, fake the handoff, pass out to the slant, caught. Making the catch is Zoan Robinson, the sophomore. He was busy last week, 9 grabs for 78 yards and a touchdown. His first grab moves the chains for Mount Marty.
Yeah, that was a great catch there. Also, that's a little RPO, looking to the right side, a little high by Riken, but no problem for Robinson to catch it, pick up a first down.
Go with a couple of halfbacks that'll now slant over to the right side. Hart's in the backfield. Now the Lancers will look to the sideline with 10 to snap it. First and 10, fresh set of downs for Mount Marty. Snap back. This time they will give it to Hertz. And Hertz is stopped after just a yard. A swarm of Tigers knock him down.
That was a great play there by Jared Boggs. Just right in that interior line, not letting him get started. Maybe a minimal pickup, maybe not even a yard. It's a great play there on defense.
Doane's defense, the run defense, has been really good this year. Just the passing defense. We talked with head coach Jonathan Johnson in our NCN Weekly conversation, said we have to limit the big plays on defense. Dakota Wesleyan used a bunch of big plays last week to get the win. 2nd and 9, ball at the 43. Here comes Robinson in motion, and they'll hand it to him on the end-around rush. Robinson can't get away from the secondary, and he will gain just 1 yard. Tigers stop him there. Looked like that was Zach Sundquist wrapping up his legs.
I really do like that play, that jet sweep motion going to the left side. Looked like it really did have a lane early, but that close click was Sundquist. I believe Aiden Burns was in there on the tackle. That was a really good play by the defense, holding with 3rd and long.
Aiden Burns, a freshman out of Atlanta, Georgia. Been very good for Doane this year. 3rd and long for the Lancers. Receiver coming in motion, dropping back to pass. Edge rush coming, escaping is Riken. He completes it down the middle near the 28. Making the catch is Mosh Richmond.
That was a great play there by Riken in the pocket, able to stay cool under pressure, able to deliver a strike downfield for a first down.
Whistles blow before the snap is happened. A quick sub coming in for Mount Marty. That last play over the middle for 8 yards to Moshi Richmond. And the second first down of the drive for Mount Marty. Lancers on the move. High snap. Handoff this time to Kyle Hirsch, the sophomore. Not much. The sophomore gets gobbled up by the Tiger line.
That just looked like your simple run play. But that's good job there by Doane's outside linebackers. Yep, just a read option up the middle. Didn't really have a lane. Had to go to the outside, and Sundquist was waiting again for him.
Kyle Hirsch, the sophomore. Both him and Malachi Hartz were the 1-2 punch in the running back field last year. And even this season, they have picked up right where they left off. Receiver coming in motion. Jack Rollins dropping back to pass. Riken looking deep. Throwing with a man open. Jumping catch made. Touchdown. Rodney Brodnax. He's in for the score. And no Tigers even anywhere near to stop him. 6-0.
And that's the issue with giving Riken time in the pocket. He's able to find his tight end out of the backfield. It's just your crossing route play. Look at his left, wide open.
You could see a member of the Tiger coaching staff pointing. There's a guy open. In on the coverage, it was Jared Boggs. But now Marty on the scoreboard, just 3+ minutes into the game. Extra points is up and good. The kick off the right leg of Camden Vance. It's 7-0 Mount Marty as the Lancers score 25 yards on the strike. Rugby Riken to Rodney Brodnax. Going to be calling a lot of Riken's name. This game's up to Doane's defense to stop him. We'll see what the Tigers can do on offense when we return in Crete.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
7-0 Mount Marty as the Lancers score on their first drive. 7 plays, 55 yards, 3:51 off the clock. Camden Vance's kick is away. Back deep to receive is Blake Allen. Allen carrying it up the left side. Gets around the sideline. Pass of 30. Good return by Blake Allen, the senior. Guy that's only appeared in 2 games for Doane, but he has come on in a flourish. He's been their main kick returner the past couple of weeks and has also got some carries at running back.
Absolutely. He's been making any plays in any way he can get, whether it's kickoff, punt return, or, getting some carries in the running back position. Really came alive last week and was kind of a spark for this offense.
Sam Hartman leads his brigade on the field. His 5th game for him. Missed the Dort game with an injury, but now back in full force. Allen is the running back in the backfield with him. They'll give it to him on first down. Cuts to his left, gets away from a couple tacklers, but plenty of Mount Marty defenders to clean it up on the end. Cole Cripps finishes him off after a gain of about 3.
I don't mind the play call, getting the running game introduced early on their drive. It just looked like they didn't have enough blockers on this left side. Try to make most of it as he can. Gain a couple, though.
A replay sponsor brought to you in part today by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. 2 receivers and a slot to the left side. They put one of their receivers in motion, Chandler Page. And the carry by Harris up the right side, and he's near the first down sticks. Correction, Allen on the carry, Blake Allen. They'll mark him 1 yard short. It'll be a 3rd and 1 for Doane. Oh, now they'll move the sticks. They said they was 1 yard short, but good enough for a Doane first down. Blake Allen with a couple of good carries.
That's exactly what you need to do. Get that first down early and just keep this moving down the field.
Allen again gets tripped up by the defensive line. Again, we talked about Doane's run game had to get going this week. 97 yards against Dakota Wesleyan last week, which was their most in a season. There was 2 games earlier in the year where they were held to less than 10 rushing yards. But it's looking good so far with Allen. He's shown some good agility in the backfield. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Dallas Tidwell, the offensive coordinator for Doane. See what play he has in mind with the ball near midfield. Hartman in the shotgun. Harris in the backfield. Page going in motion. Handoff. Getting a couple of yards up the middle. Rian Green checking into the game. He gets the carry on that 2nd down. The senior from Kearney, his first carry today. He's the lead rusher for this Doane squad so far. Chandler Page comes sprinting off the field for Doane. 3rd and 4. Something that Doane has struggled with this year is 3rd down conversions. They're only 33% on 3rd downs. Way below where they should be.
And this is good here, though, that they're ahead of the change. Make it 3rd and short. Usually their 3rd downs are 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 8 plus. They stay ahead of the chains, make it 3rd and short, more manageable.
Rian Green on 3rd and short. He won't get there. Tried to rush around the right side, and the Lancers stop him. It'll be 4th and short, and decision time here with the ball just past midfield. And they're going to go quickly to the line. Hartman, is he going to snap the ball here? No. Is Doane bluffing here? And if they are, they're going to have to use an early timeout. Got 15 to snap it. Hartman will take the snap to throw it on 4th and 2. Pressure coming over the middle. Caught. First down, Tigers. They convert to Evan Davis, the redshirt sophomore tight end, with the grab.
It's a good play call there on 4th down at about 3. Trying to get him to jump off sides doesn't work. Look to the sideline, get your play call in. Able to find Davis over the middle for a first down. And this offense is looking a lot better than last week in terms of moving the ball down the field.
And just the guts to go for it, too, with the potential of turning it over. Evan Davis, his first reception of the year. He's starting for the first time as well. Back to Allen on the carry on first down. They'll get a couple. But just got to be a big confidence booster knowing that you're not just going to punt it away your first drive saying, hey, we're going to roll the dice. We're okay with the outcome. And when you convert it, you can see down on the sideline now Evan Davis, he is getting a lot of helmet slaps for that made grab there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big play there on 4th down. That's telling your offense and defense, hey, no, we can move down the field. We can keep doing this.
Empty set for Hartman. Here comes Mark Anderson in motion. Quick slant pass caught. Andrew Wado making the catch all the way down to the 25. Just short. Now he'll give him the first down. He's right at it. A gain of 8 moves the sticks.
That's a great play call there. A little tunnel screen with Wado. But I love the play calling right here. It's quick motion, quick run plays, quick throws by Hartman. Able to pick up as many yards as he can. Picking up another first down here. But I like the way they're moving the ball just slowly and surely and getting almost into the red zone right here.
Andrew Wado is going to be a name that Hartman finds a lot today because their other top receiver, John DeRiso, is not in uniform today. He was listed as a starter for today, but we see him not in uniform. Quarterback draw, Hartman doesn't get the offensive line penetration that he wanted to, and he'll pick up just 1.
That's just a good play. That's a good job there by Mount Marty's defense, able to finally pick up on the running game. You know, they've been kind of dinking and dunking down the field with their run and the quick out routes. So they're kind of stepping up here in the red zone.
Doane on the move here. This will be their 10th play of the drive. 7 rush, 2 pass for the selection so far in this drive. 2nd and 9. Tigers approaching the red zone. Blake Allen in the backfield with Hartman. Now he gets motioned out. 3 receivers on the left side. Hartman looking that way. Can't find anyone. Good pass protection, but he's still going to go down in the backfield. The sack for the Lancers. It's Kavion Rogers, the sophomore.
And that's a big negative play there for the offense. Looked like he had a little bit of time, but all of his routes were kind of covered downfield. Just didn't really have an option, nowhere to go. And now it's 3rd and really long.
Yeah, he had forever to throw that. Surprised that Hartman stayed in the pocket for so long and didn't try to scramble somewhere. Just waiting, and he was very indecisive about it. Then off his backside, Kavion Rogers with the sack. Now it's 3rd and 18 after the loss of 7. Showing pressure is Mount Marty. They bring 4. Hartman over the middle towards the end to Wado. Caught! Touchdown! Over the middle. Andrew Wado for 33 yards. Doane is on the board.
What a route. What a play there by Wado. And what a throw. I mean, that was perfectly thrown. Little post route to Wado. Had a step on the defender right there. That's beautiful. And that is a way to come back after getting punched in the mouth with a touchdown early, able to get a score right back, and it's potentially 7's all.
Ivar de Jong, the true freshman from the Netherlands, on to boot in the point after. 3 for 3 so far this year. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-7 is the score. Doane converts a huge 4th down, and they get the passing touchdown on the 3rd and long. 11 plays, 66 yards, 6 minutes, 35 seconds off the clock. Mount Marty will have its second possession when we return on NCN Sports.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Mount Marty receiving the opening kickoff. Jacob Carbajal, the kick returner, gets it all the way back to the 22-yard line after it was a squib kick up the middle. But fielding it at the 10, a return of about 12, and Mount Marty sets up at its own 22. When we talk about momentum, Chase, here, Doane has had such a lack of momentum all year just because the opponent seems to always get ahead early and Doane can't respond. Huge response for them on their first offensive drive.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, you see the sideline all motivated, all pumped up, all juiced, and that is huge for this team to go down and get a score, even the game back up, and that is going to help the defense and the offense.
Rugby Riken motioning man out of the backfield. The carry on first down to Malachi Hartz. Gets up the middle for a gain of a few. Hartz, their best running back by stats-wise this year. He was held in check last week against Concordia. 11 carries for 20, just 20 yards for him, less than 2 yards a carry.
Yeah, you see that. That's so tough to guard that RPO with the arc motion out of the backfield because you don't know if Riken's going to keep it, throw it, or hand it off.
Gain of 5, Hartz again. And the Tigers swarm him. He's going to go down 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. Big stop for Doane, and quickly Mount Marty going to face a third down in their own territory.
Yeah, they're trying to get some head fakes, trying to play fake with this RPO. Looked like no one was fooled there on the handoff. Good play there by Zudavern. We're going to hear his name a lot tonight. A great tackle there, able to hold him to third and medium here, and another great chance for this defense to get off the field.
Surprised to not see them throw it a little bit more to start off this drive. We saw that big touchdown pass from Rugby Riken. Tight end going in motion to pass on third down. Over towards the sideline, caught. Making the grab for Mount Marty. It's Jackson Wachholtz. He's their top receiver. He was busy last week, 11 grabs for 76 yards. And a first down for Mount Marty at the 37.
The 6', 190 wide receiver just does a simple out route. Looks like Sundquist was a little late coming to it. But that was just a really good placed out route. Good throw by Riken there, and they get a first down.
One in the backfield. A defensive line jumps, and they'll blow it dead. That's what it looked like from our vantage point, at least. The Tigers would be their second offside of the quarter.
You just can't have those penalties that'll set you back and, give Mount Marty a little bit of an edge on this drive. You just can't have these penalties.
Penalty is going against Doane. So a second offsides. That one in the middle right there. Easy as day to call it right there. They call it on Cohen Road. The true freshman out of Sumner. 6'4", 250. Guy, one of the third stringers not on our two-deep depth chart this week. In on this drive. Less than 3 to go in the first quarter. Receiver in motion. The jet sweep handoff goes to Robinson around the left edge. He gets a healthy amount and is run out of bounds past midfield. First down, Mount Marty.
Yeah, Robinson able using that jet sweep. I knew they were going to come back to it later in this game. But he just has his quickness, uses that to get the edge. Able to pick up another good chunky yardage, another first down. And they are starting to move down the field too.
Gain of 9 officially for Robinson. 46 yards through the air, 27 on the ground for Mount Marty so far in this first quarter. Approaching the 2-minute mark in quarter number 1. Coming in motion, play action, fake it to Hartz. Riken will dump it off to Hartz in the flats. Lowers his shoulder, runs over a guy. He is near the first down marker, but just a bit short. The Mount Marty defense appreciative of that big hit by their running back.
That was a big hit there at the end of the play. Riken didn't see anything open downfield. Looked like Doane's secondary did a good job of covering all those deep routes. Able just to dump it underneath. Looks like a gain of 9 on that play.
Lavon Farah for Doane paid the price on that hit right there. Second and short for the Lancers. With a tight end and a slot to the right side. Snap back, Malachi Hart's on the carry. He'll get enough for the first down and a couple more. First down Lancers as he's down to the 27. Both teams successful scoring on their first drive. Mount Marty showing no signs of slowing down.
No, I think they're sprinkling in their run game. I think in good spots right there. Nothing pretty about that, nothing special, just up the middle. And they're able to get that first down, and they just want to replicate what Doane did on their first drive and as well as their first drive.
Malachi Hart's a huge running back, 5'11", 225 is what he comes in at measuring, and we saw that big hit from him, 225, lowering your shoulder at you. Good luck. Less than a minute to go in the first. Riken takes a snap, pitch to Kyle Hirsch. Hirsch has got a seam inside the 25. A nice gain by Kyle Hirsch on the shovel pass to the right side. A first down for Mount Marty on the gain of about 12.
Yeah, pretty cool looking play right there. Able just to pitch it right away. Looks like the blocking downfield was good for them. And they're moving another first down, and it looks like they're about to be in the red zone.
Today's first quarter brought to you by John Henry's, our family, serving yours. And in the first quarter, it is likely to be the final play as 10 seconds on the clock. Coming in motion is Wachholtz. Now he goes around the running back. Handoff up the middle to Hirsch. Hirsch has a few on first down. They will credit him with a gain of 3. And after that, the zeros on the clock. 7-7 ball game. Mount Marty and Doane both scoring touchdowns on their first drive. An impressive showing for each offense as they will flip sides of the field. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter. You're watching NCN Sports.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family, serving yours since 1996.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
We're a quarter through on NCN Sports, Saturday Night Football on News Channel Nebraska. Mount Marty's football at the Doane 21-yard line, approaching the red zone. Rugby Riken in the shotgun. Will fake the handoff. Throw up with the middle. It is caught near the 5, trying to fight his way into the end zone. But just short is Rodney Brodnax. Caught the touchdown pass earlier, and he is near the goal line. A gain of 17.
You're going to see Brodnax just one-on-one out here on an island. Little RPO fake. He's just going to run a simple slant. Able to just drag his way to the 3-yard line, and they're in business.
Jakarian Butler is trying to pull the ball out. Sack in the backfield. Riken was on the carry there. Jared Boggs drops him for a couple-yard loss.
That's exactly what they needed there. Doane backed up against their own end zone. Had to make a play. Had to get a little, tackle for loss to try to help him out, and they got it there by Boggs.
Second and goal from the 4. We talked about Doane's rushing defense, but we've seen some decent plays completed over the middle. Rodney Brodnax has caught both of the big passes for the Lancers so far. Second and goal, they've got Hartz in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Cuts to his left. just short of the goal line. Malachi Hartz, the senior, leading the team with 331 yards, averages about 66 yards per game. But again, last week held in check. Hartz now with 6 carries for 15 yards.
Yeah, and that's how they want to use Hartz, especially down in the goal line situation. Like you said, just a huge frame, 225 at running back, able to just lower his shoulder pads and try to get in the end zone there, but good stand there by Doane's defense.
Empty right side. They go with 4 receivers to the near side for Mount Marty on this 3rd and goal from the 4. And a pre-snap penalty. Or did somebody call a timeout? I don't see a flag on the field. Referees discussing. They say that a Doane player has to go out. Ricardo Briones head to the sideline. Apparently Ricardo Briones did not exit the field when he was supposed to. We must have missed that. He was down on the field for a past game, so no penalty. Briones off the field. So we'll try this 3rd down again. Interesting. So now the Lancers looking to the sideline. Heath Zuck, the offensive coordinator, under the direction of John Micheletti. Same formation, 4 receivers to the near side of your screen. Here comes Hirsch in motion. Fake the handoff, pass over the middle, touchdown. The grab made by James Brindley, the senior tight end. And Mount Marty 2 for 2 in touchdown drives.
Yeah, they tried to fool Doane's defense there by going quads to the near side of the field. That's going to open up for Brindley on the other side.
Coming across the left side of your screen here.
Pretty simple, just a slant route. Got it inside leverage on Sundquist. That's going to be another touchdown for Mount Marty.
Classic misdirection there. And the extra points coming from the leg of Camden Vance. Snap back, hold good, kick up. And the kick is no good. He missed it. So he yanked the extra points for Camden Vance, who missed his first extra point in the season last week. He misses another extra point here. Now 17 for 19 on the season. 13-7, though, Mount Marty with the lead. We've got 12:47 to go in the second quarter when we return from Al Papik Fields. Back deep to receive the kick, Blake Allen and Jacarian Jackson. It goes over to Allen at the 5-yard line. Allen to the left side, 25, and short of the 30. Blake Allen, we told you about him, the St. Francis, Illinois transfer, originally from San Diego, not used in the first 3 games of the season, but his past 2 games was busy in the backfield and had a nice kickoff return in the first one and has a nice one here out to the 27.
Yeah, and Doane's offense, you know, after that first drive, they absolutely want to go down and replicate it. But also just giving your defense time to rest on the sideline is a huge factor in the game. So just getting a couple first down, getting to midfield, you know, and then see what your options are and open up the playbook a little bit.
A touchdown drive by Mount Marty, 12 plays, 77 yards, taking 6:47 on the clock. That's how long and more Doane is on the field. A grab made by Andrew Wado. They go quickly out to the sideline. Wado almost kept his footing in bounds. He would have been running for a while, but it's a Doane first down regardless.
That's a good curl route there by Wado. Good pass by Hartman, just right on time. Like comeback route. I mean, if he had a foot, inbounds more, he might have been gone.
Gain of 11. Hartman to pass again. Looking towards the near sideline. It's incomplete. They were looking for Chandler Page.
on the pass towards the sideline. Back-to-back kind of same play calls. Doane's been using a lot of those out routes to the sidelines here. That one falling incomplete. First incompletion for Hartman this evening.
Yeah, that still wasn't a bad throw. You know, that kind of looked like if no one was going to catch it. If your guy wasn't going to catch it, no one was going to catch it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to the ground here on 2nd and 10, trying to make some space and get closer to that yardage for a 3rd and easier.
The senior Blake Allen in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near part of your screen. Allen gets the carry, waiting for his hole to open up, but it never does. The offensive line cannot win the battle in the trenches there. A gain of just 2, and it's 3rd and long for the Tigers.
I mean, you got to give credit to Mount Marty right there. Their linebackers and linemen did a really good job of plugging all the gaps. Didn't really give Allen a running lane. Just kind of had to surge forward and get what he could get. And that brings it 3rd and long for the offense.
Sam Hartman 4 for 5, 63 yards. Doane with 9 carries on the ground for just 16 yards. Empty set for Hartman. Here comes Allen in motion. He'll join him in the backfield. 3rd and 8, 11:29 in the second. Play action. Hartman scrambling, caught by Page. Page muscles his way past the first down marker.
That's a beautiful play call there. Bootleg to their right on 3rd and about 9. Able to hit Page going across the field right here. Just a little simple flat route. But what a job by lowering the shoulder and getting that extra yardage for that first down.
As a defensive linebacker, you have to assume a play like that might be coming, but nobody home there to stop him. Whistles blow before the snap, and head coach Jonathan Johnson of Doane wants a timeout. His offense moving, though, an offensive game so far. 13-7 is the score. We've got 10:56 left to go in the second quarter. Today's second quarter supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpets. Mount Marty up by 6. Doane could take the lead when we return.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Back with Doane football on NCN Sports. Sam Hartman, the shotgun snap, handed off to Blake Allen. Finds a hole, and there he goes up the middle. Allen taking 2 Lancer defenders with him. It took Cole Cripps and Bryson Mitchell both to bring him down for close to a first down. 2nd and 1. Tigers will go quickly up to the line. Allen will get another opportunity. Left side, cuts back. Pile moving for some more positive yardage. Yards after contact for Allen here in this first half. First down, Tigers.
I mean, what a great job there by Allen and the offensive lineman on these last 2 plays. Giving him a great alley and good blocks down the field. Allowing him to just put his head down and run. And he's giving him a good alley, picking up a good first down. Already inside to about the 37-yard line, and they're moving really nice.
Both offensive lines doing very well for the most part. Doane their 7th first down of the first half. Trailing by 6, under 10 minutes to go. Chandler Page going in motion. Allen another carry. Can't get off the edge, and he is brought down. Delonte Dickey, the junior defensive end for Mount Marty, was the first to bring him down. And a loss on the play, a TFL for 2.
That was just a great play there by Delonte Dickey. He has outside containment on that edge right there, and he did a great job of just staying home, not allowing him to get that outside leverage. It's a good play there.
And Chandler Page had the block on him, but let him go after that. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. Doane in enemy territory. 100 total yards for Doane, 122 for Mount Marty so far. Low snap. Hartman being pressured to the sideline, caught by Wado, curls back around, and he is thrown down at the 20. Andrew Wado, a gain of 18 to move the sticks, and a nice find for Hartman.
Yeah, you knew he was going to get the ball a lot, at least get a lot of targets today with John DeRiso out. Andrew Wado coming alive, deep out route, made two guys miss and pick up the first down.
4 catches, 69 yards for Wado now. They give it to Allen on first down, and he is taken down right at the line. Nowhere to go for him. Delonte Dickey in on the stop again for the Lancers.
Yeah, Mount Marty does a really good job in the red zone of not allowing the running game to continue to be good. You know, they kind of tighten up, bend don't break mentality. So I feel like sometimes you just got to go to the air, kind of like last touchdown with Hartman to Wado, maybe allowing a passing here on second down and 10.
8:19 to go before the halftime break. Doane on their second drive of the game, trying to match Mount Marty punch for punch. Rian Green checking back in the backfield for the Tigers. Now he motions out. Hartman to throw, pressured. Scrambling away to his left now. Lofts it to the end zone. Is that a catch? Wado's got it! Unbelievable! Get up the ladder, Andrew Wado. Touchdown, Doane.
What a play there by Wado.
He gets up, he beats the cornerback on a play that looked like it was not going to be possible. Hartman gets away, throws it up, and he beats Asmara Muhammad for the score. Wow!
What a catch. I mean, also great throw by Hartman just by giving Wado a chance. Throw it to the corner of the end zone, see what he can do. What a play there. Tied the game up and potentially taking a lead here with this extra point.
The Mount Marty players were convinced that Wado was out of bounds. But it looks like that's the call will stand. Jonathan Johnson talking with one of the referees on the near sideline. And we will see if this touchdown will stand or not. Andrew Wado, an insane catch. So Mount Marty is going to challenge the call of a touchdown. But if this call stands, Doane would tie the game up and potentially take the lead with the extra points. Well, from the replays that we have in our truck, though, if one we saw, there wasn't anything conclusive to say that he was out of bounds. But just gets up there. Does he maintain possession? He has the foot down. The second one comes out of bounds. Looked like Chasey maintained possession all the way through. The question, I think, just is where his foot was.
I think so, too. I definitely agree that he has possession right away. I don't see a lot of movement with the ball. It's all about where his foot is on that sideline.
That's too far away. Maybe that toe is on the sideline, but just nothing conclusive there. Unless the referees have a different angle, this call will have to stand.
Yep, I mean, the call on the field is the biggest thing. They called it a touchdown on the field. It's going to be hard to overturn it unless there's clear, conclusive evidence to overturn that.
So Wado with both touchdown grabs now. 5 catches for 90 yards if this play stands. But for Sam Hartman, good for him. Only 3 passing touchdowns this year. He's already got 2 in the first half in this game against Mount Marty. Lancers team that gives up about an average of 26 points per game. So their offense has been really good. They've had some tough contests as well against signature win for Mount Marty this year against number 7 Northwestern, 24-14. They had a shootout with Concordia last week and fell 52-43. But the Lancers 2-0 on the road. Doane still looking for their first home win of the year in their 4th game here. Taking a long time to look at it in the tent, which is over off to the west end zone, the southwest end zone corner. But again, we never saw an angle that would convince the referees that Wado was out of bounds. But you saw on the replay 3 Mount Marty defenders shoving their hands outward, saying that, no, there's no way that he was in. But it's all up to the 2 referees in the tent.
taking a good long time here, too.
Just making sure they've got all the angles they need, or maybe they're having troubles getting the angles up. What do they do if they can't get the iPad to work there? Let's just pretend that the call stands. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good. Let's do that. But 7:55 to go in the second quarter. The sun setting here in Crete. Going behind the trees down in the west trees. So soon it will just be us and the lights. The referees out of the tent, and we'll have a call here. Touchdown Doane. The call is upheld. So that's key right there. They say upheld. Not a confirmation. I don't think there was another confirming angle that Waito was out of bounds. So a highlight reel catch by Andrew Waito. Call up Sports Center and get him on the top 10 tonight.
Absolutely. That was a just great effort by, Hartman, able to not get sacked, stay out of pressure, throw it to the corner of the end zone, and what a catch by Waito, able to keep a feet in bounds.
Ivar DeJong on to kick the extra points. That kick is perfect. Doane leads for the first time today, 14-13. Both teams now 2 for 2 on offensive possessions that end in touchdowns. Points are aplenty. We'll see if we can get some more on the board when we return from NCM.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
14-13 Doane with its first lead today. Morgan Schumann to kick it away. Jacob Carbajal back deep for Mount Marty to receive the kick. It will go over towards him. Fields it at the 15. Jacob Carbajal runs into the fray, and he'll throw him down at the 32. Return of about 17 yards, and Mount Marty take over on its third drive. Right there with 7:47 left to go in the halftime break. Well, whose defense, Chase, is going to step up first? Yes, the defense has given up 2 touchdowns, but both defenses have made some plays as well.
Yeah, I think both defenses I feel like, want to play away from getting stops. It's just, either whether it's penalties, or extra plays or kind of breakdowns at the end of the plays that allow these offenses to, take advantage of. You saw it, with Hartman to Waito last drive. So Doane's defense really wants to get a stop here early and kind of take hold of this game.
Little pitch play to Kyle Hirsch. Sophomore running back is upended at the 40-yard line, a gain of about 6. And a Lancer goes down on the play. Jack Rowlands, the sophomore slot receiver, seems to be in some serious pain here. His teammates immediately telling him to come over. He was on the right side of your screen right before that zoom-in shot right there. But it looks like Rowland is holding something on his left leg.
Might have got rolled up on when he was blocking.
He's got his hands on his helmets, and not a good sign there. Take a quick injury timeout. Doane leading 14-13 over Mount Marty. And, of course, right when we always go to break, the player gets up. We'll keep it right here as wish the best for Jack Rowlands, 6'2", 235. Slot receiver will get up and walk off the field under his own power, and that's always good to see. See the hands on the head. Never a good sign, but Rowland appears to be okay. It'll be 2nd and 5 when the action resumes here on the completed pass to Kyle Hirsch. Stick around for our halftime highlights, which are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. That'll come after the 7:37 remaining on the second quarter clock. Rugby Riken. Taking the snap, looking to throw. Lots of Tigers pressuring him over the middle. Incomplete. Broken up by Doane's Jakarian Jackson. They were looking for Zoan Robinson.
That was a great play there by Jakarian Jackson, able to kind of get his hand in there and break that pass up, hold him to a third down, but also credit the defensive lineman getting pressure on Riken early. He had to roll out, kind of had to use his legs, make an off-balance throw. There's both sides that come to play in defense, and that defensive line getting pressure is a good sign for this defense.
3rd and 5 for Mount Marty. The Lancers 2 for 3 on third downs this evening. Whistles blow. Jonathan Johnson wants another timeout. That'll be Doane's second of the half. 3rd and 5 is a big opportunity for Doane to get the first defensive stop of the game. We'll find out what happens when we return. It's college football on News Channel Nebraska.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
3rd down and 5 for the Lancers. Doane brings pressure. The dump off is complete and a first down. Catch made by the running back Kyle Hirsch. Credit Rugby Riken for staying cool and collected with the blitz coming and to move the sticks.
I do like the play call. 3rd and 5, let's be aggressive. Try to get a blitz going, try to get in the backfield. Tackle there by Zudavern, had the backer coming out. Unfortunate, but those are the kind of, risks you're willing to take if you're a defense.
6-yard gain for the receiver Kyle Hirsch. Already 7 different receivers that Riken has connected with. This time the carry by Hirsch up the middle. Burst of speed into enemy territory down at the 39. Gain of 15. He found the seam, and Doane's run defense cracks for just the first time today.
Yeah, and I feel like they're going to try to go back to the running game. Mount Marty is try to dumb it down, go simple, try to get as much rushing yards as they can in this drive, slow the game down, get an opportunity to score before half.
11th first down for Mount Marty in this first half. Got 6:19 left to go with the clock rolling. Doane up 14-13, just the second time this season that they have held a lead in the game. Riken, the backwards pitch to Hirsch this time. Good blocking on the outside. Hirsch will get a couple. That wide receiver block right there was crucial to get him some positive yardage there.
Yeah, they go back without any, what you call it. You call it a shovel or an option play. But that's the kind of play that's been hurting Doane's defense last couple drives. I know it was still again a 4, but they did a better job of rallying to the football on that shovel option play.
Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd and 6. Doane's only lead of the game, and they only led for 24 seconds in a game that win against Midland a few weeks ago. That's Wachholtz going in motion. Now a reverse. Getting away from a couple of defenders is Moshe Richmond, but he will still not get back to the line of scrimmage. That one could have been a little bit more of a loss, but Doane will take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a couple missed tackles there with the end around. But the good thing of that, those stiff arms that kind of checked him up, slowed him down so everyone could rally around him. Good job by Doane's defense holding to another 3rd and long here, another opportunity to get a stop.
3rd and 11. Mount Marty converting 3 First downs already. But this one much longer. Tight end coming in motion. Play action. Reichen can't find anyone. Now over the middle. That's intercepted. Jakarian Jackson's got it. And out of bounds past the 40. Jackson with a pass breakup earlier in the drive. This time he hauls it in.
What a play there by Jakarian Jackson. You're going to see him guard the crossing route across the middle of the field, which looked like it was open for a second. And at the last second, he just swipes in and snags it out of the air for the interception. What a play.
Cutting in front of the wide receiver, Jackson Wachholz. And Jakarian Jackson, his team best third defensive interception of the season. So the first offensive drive that does not end in a touchdown for either side. Doane has a chance to extend its lead before halftime with 4.5. Hartman to Allen on first down to the left side. Spun around, then a gain of a few. Blake Allen been busy. Rian Green had been really the only ball carrier for Doane for the first 3 weeks, but Blake Allen making his presence known here.
Yeah, and he's doing a pretty good job of running the ball there. They live with a 4-yard gain all the time.
2nd and 7. Allen now motions out of the backfield. Rian Green is in the backfield. A snap back. And Hartman still got it. Past midfield to the 40. Sam Hartman, a trick play, the quarterback keeper, when the entire Mount Marty defense thought it was going to the running back.
I mean, they're adding a lot of new plays. That little power read quarterback keeper to the left side. That was a really good gain there. Moving across the 50-yard line, and they're back in business.
Gain of 17 for Hartman. Got 111 yards through the air and his first rush for a big gain. All to 38, 3:20 to go before halftime. Hartman will feed Allen on first down. Healthy gain of about 4 or 5. Doane has one timeout left. Now 34 yards away from the end zone. You're looking for the touchdown here. You don't really want to settle for a field goal here. Don't have very much field goal experience on the season.
No, but I feel like what they're doing right now is working for them. We're coming in on 3 minutes to go in this first half. They're fine with the 5-yard run, especially since they're on the good side of the 50-yard line. They would be totally fine with taking the rest of the clock and getting in the end zone here.
Rian Green lining up as a wideout now, got put in motion. Allen, he'll get it this time around the right edge. Lancers will tackle him from behind. Good open field tackle and making the play, Kavion Rogers. That'll be a gain of just 1.
Yeah, good play indeed. A little outside zone here. Able to almost set the edge. Good trip up there. Looked like that was going to go for another first down if he didn't get that tackle.
2:15 left, but afterwards, join us for the halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, and proven. RMV Construction located in Kearney and Lincoln. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. 2 for 3 on third down so far. But they won't take a snap as they will let it wind down to the 2-minute warning. Doane taking advantage of a defensive interception. And they are on the move here. 2 minutes left to try and extend their 1-point lead. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Third and 5. Hartman to pass, being pressured and scrambling. Catch by Allen, but he is hit right away. He'll only gain a couple. He got the legs. Daniel Pierce, the junior safety, hit him first. And only a gain of 1. It's 4th and 4. Clock still running.
Call and the design, but like you said, just a really good awareness there by Mount Marty's defense, able to not get that play started. And I do agree with the play call here for going for it on 4th down. It's a little too far to reach your field goal range, so you might as well, try to pick up another 1st down here on 4th down.
Yeah, can't punt it away in this case. Trent DePompa lining up as a wideout to the far side of the screen. Hartman's going to keep it. He's near the 1st down marker and right at it. Does he have enough? Doane thinks he has it. Mount Marty thinks they don't. They might have to measure this one. Sam Hartman kept the ball and got a block from his running back. Get another look at it here. Referees all huddled up right at where they're spotting the ball to see where to spot it, A, and B, to see if it's measurable and who has the football.
Man, that is close.
I mean, how about you give it to your quarterback on 4th and 4 instead of a running back there? Gutsy call by the offensive coordinator staff. And they didn't get it. The official ruling, Hartman was a yard short. And the Tigers will turn it over on downs. Hartman needed 4, and they say he only got 3. So neither team able to convert on their 3rd drive, and Doane's going to challenge it. So this will cost them their final timeout. If it is successful, they wouldn't have any remaining, but we'll have to see if there is any sort of conclusive evidence all far away. Chase, I don't know if they can overturn this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's really close. Looked like the referees were about at that line to gain. I am kind of shocked that they didn't grab the, yardage markers of the chain gain and kind of measure it.
You see the elbow, the body down of Hartman right there, and it doesn't look like he's stretching out the ball. I've got to believe he's maybe a half yard short.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I mean, it is so close. It's tough to tell from the far side view. Man, we've had a couple close calls early in this first half.
A touchdown that was reviewed was upheld. This review to be determined if Doane got enough for a 1st down or if Mount Marty is going to get the football in their own territory with just 1:07 left to go before halftime. But how about Doane, too? This is the 2nd time that they have led in this game, and they have led for now a comfortable amount of this 2nd quarter. By the way, that 22-21 win against Midland, guess how many points they put up against Concordia today? That was a 60-52 final. Midland beating Concordia in double overtime.
Wow.
I listened to that one on the way here, and Midland was down by 31 points in that game. They came all the way back to tie it. Concordia took a lead, went into overtime. Both teams scored. Then a double overtime. Midland scored. Concordia did not, handing the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. Other GPAC games, not really close. Dort downing Waldorf 59-7. Morningside beating Dakota Wesleyan 49-17. Northwestern leading Briar Cliff in the 4th quarter right now, 12-0. And then our game, Doane and Mount Marty. That's a look of GPAC play, but once again, the reviewing here is if Sam Hartman stretched the ball out to get a 1st down, but unless the referees have another angle on it, it's likely to be Lancer football with just a minute left.
The rest are coming back here from the tent, so we are about to get the call.
Mount Marty also has all 3 timeouts. Same thing again. Upheld is the ruling. So Doane is charged with their final timeout for challenging unsuccessfully. Not that it really would have mattered to them, because if you're right, you get the football. If you're wrong, you don't really need to call a timeout, with Mount Marty needing to call the timeouts in this drive here.
Yeah, and you're going to see Mount Marty here be really aggressive with a minute remaining, 2 timeouts left. Doane has to do a really good job here of blanketing the field, not letting them have any huge plays over the top, and go into halftime up 1.
Ball's at the Lancers' own 29-yard line. Rugby Riken trying to lead his team to an improbable touchdown drive. They check it down, and an immediate tackle, and it's incomplete. A big hit by Tanner Simdorm, forcing the incompletion. He read that like a book.
Yeah, read that like a book indeed. What a play there by Simdorn on the outside. Seeing that he has the flat route coming out of the backfield. Waits for it, and just a great rally and tackle. What a play, and disrupts the football. That's one heck of a play there by a really veteran linebacker.
Not a good throw there by the quarterback, Riken. Kyle Hirsch got clobbered by Simdorm. 1:01 to go, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers each side. Riken to throw. Quick throw to the right sideline. Caught. Making the catch, Jackson Wachholtz. Team best 27 receptions now with those 2 catches here tonight. How about Rugby Riken? He's only completed 10 passes, but those 10 passes have been to 7 different guys.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job of finding different receivers down the field. Not favoriting one.
3rd and 2. Back in the backfield. Dropped for a loss. A TFL. Keegan Schuler. The junior will drop the running back for a loss of 3.
I mean, that's just a great job. They're able to shed the double team on that far side. Creating a great tackle for loss and holding them up to a 4th down. What a play there by Schuler.
Alex Gove, the right guard for Mount Marty, got beat there. You could see him with the ball past him. So it's 4th and 5 with only 20 seconds left to go. And Concordia is going to try and go for it. Unless they aren't. Only 5 seconds to snap it. And it doesn't look like the Lancers want anything to do with this. They will call it timeout. So Doane's defense holds up after they turn it over on downs. They will force Mount Marty to punt it away with just 8 seconds left. So Doane's defense does hold up. Quick break for us. We'll be back with the final 8 seconds.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need pads or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. The clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Mount Marty to punt it away with just 8 seconds left before the halftime break. Let's see if Doane brings the house. A high snap. They almost get it, but not quite. Kick sailing towards the sideline and way out of bounds. We'll see where they mark that out at. They will mark it out at the 48-yard line. So that is not a good punt there by Camden Vance. Only an 18-yard punt from the 34 to the 48. So Doane has 2 seconds. So you'll need a Hail Mary play here of the actual passing or whatever variety. We'll see what the Tigers come up with.
Hey, Nebraska had a Hail Mary a couple weeks back against Michigan.
Hey.
I don't see a reason why we shouldn't get one here.
With a running back and 4 receivers. Hartman to throw it on the final play of the first half. Chucks it as far as he can downfield, and it is intercepted at the 15-yard line. And the runner is down. Daniel Pierce grabs his 3rd defensive interception of the season. Doesn't matter for Doane. They will take that because Doane will get the football to start off the third quarter of play. So the interception for Hartman, but it will not come back to bite the Doane Tigers. Doane holds a lead at halftime, something that they have not been able to say that they have done all season long until right now. Tigers 14, Mount Marty 13. We've got our halftime show presented by RMV Construction coming up when we return.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction, trusted, local, and proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Welcome to our halftime show. It's 14-13, Doane in front, and very evenly matched through the first and first half of the second quarter as well. Both teams with very even stat lines. Doane 169 yards of offense, 112 of those through the air. Mount Marty 153 of total offense, 97 of those through the air. But for Doane, Sam Hartman's connected with Andrew Waito for a couple of touchdowns. Both touchdowns for Mount Marty also coming through the air as well. Rodney Broadnax has had a couple of big catches, and Brinsley James with his only catch going for a touchdown as well. But then both defenses got stops in their second or third drives of the first half. But it's gone punch for punch, and it is still anybody's game as we enter the third quarter play in a few minutes. Now it's time to check out our halftime highlights, which are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, beautiful night on this Saturday to start off this one. Mount Marty getting the football first, their first touchdown drive, all the way into the end zone, wide open. That was Rodney Brodnax, the aforementioned wide receiver for Mount Marty, all the way into the end zone, coming on their first drive with 11:09 left to play. Could Doane respond? Yes, they can. They converted a big fourth down, and then Andrew Wado, all kinds of space over the middle. Andrew Wado waltzes in for his second touchdown grab of the year, tie it up 7-7 late in the first quarter. Mount Marty was driving on their second drive and eventually came up to getting a touchdown. Check out to this reception here by Brodnax. Got it over the middle, juggled it, almost got into the end zone. It took two Tigers to bring him down, but that would set up their trick play where they stacked four on the left side and then threw it to their tight end, James Brinsley. Got the touchdown, but Mount Marty missing the extra points. So they would only take just a 13-7 lead in the second quarter. Doane, their second drive of the second quarter. Both teams taking lots of time off the drives in their first couple of drives. Andrew Wado, the catch. Nice cut back. It's a nice gain of about 17 on that play. Wado ending the first half with several catches, a total of 5 for 90 yards. And here is the crazy play. Hartman flushed. Nowhere to throw it to. It says Andrew Wado's down there somewhere. Gets up. Makes a highlight reel catch and keeps that foot in bounds. They would review it. The call on the field was a touchdown. The touchdown stood, and Doane took their first lead of the game, 14-13. Now with Mount Marty trying to answer, Jakarian Jackson with a pass breakup earlier in the drive and picks that one off. First turnover of the game for Mount Marty. Jakarian Jackson with the interception, and Doane would not be able to put anything into the end zone on that play there. But then a big third down, big stop in the backfield. Keegan Schuler tackling the running back Kyle Hirsch for a loss. And then the final Hail Mary. Doane may be thinking, we can pull a page out of Nebraska's book against Michigan State a couple weeks ago. But all over the football was the defensive back, Daniel Pierce. Picked it off. That was right as time expired, so no harm on that one. Hartman, his first interception of the game, but Doane does get the football when we return in the third quarter. But for Rugby Riken, he's got plenty of pass completions. We mentioned 13 attempts. He's completed 10 of them. 7 different guys. Brodnax and James have the touchdown grabs. Jackson Wachholtz, their top receiver, with a couple of grabs. Kyle Hirsch, Malachi Hartz, Moshi Richmond, Zone Robinson, also completing or catching passes for Mount Marty. 14-13 as we go into the halftime break. Just the first time this entire season in 6 games that Doane has had a lead at halftime. Their only other lead came with 24 seconds left to go in the ball game against Midland. So Doane is fortunate to be leading at halftime, and words of wisdom being exchanged by both coaches. If you're both coaches, Chase, what are they talking about in the halftime locker room if you're them?
Well, I know if you're Jonathan Johnson, I feel like you're preaching pretty good. You're feeling pretty good about where your team's at. You come out, you get a couple stops on defense, slow start for on defense, gave them a couple touchdowns, but able to stand tall in the second quarter. And also your offense just going out and scoring the football. I mean, that's got to feel good. And you got to tell them, hey, continue doing this. I mean, you guys are playing a great football game against a really talented Mount Marty team. Just keep playing like you're playing.
And for both sides, they're going to have to try and get the run game going as well. The passing game has been the bread and butter for both squads. Mount Marty, 16 carries as a team for 56 yards. It's a 3.5 average for them. A long play of 15. That was a good Kyle Hirsch run back in the second quarter. For Doane, 18 carries for 57 yards, only 3.2 average on carries. Sam Hartman had that big 18-yard carry also in the second quarter. And for Doane, just 2 rushing touchdowns this year. For Mount Marty, for their rushing touchdowns, they have had a lot more than that, 7 rushing touchdowns. But just surprised to see that Doane's offense and defense has held up. Doane has only scored 5 offensive touchdowns this year, while Mount Marty has scored 20. But the Lancers just take the 2 touchdowns into break. If that extra point is good, that puts us in an entirely different situation right there. So the run game needing to improve, but the passing game both very good for the two quarterbacks. 23 combined passes for them and only 5 incompletions between the two squads. It's very evenly matched. We've got more to talk about on our halftime show, once again brought to you by RMV Construction. Third quarter headed your way in just about 10 minutes, but we've still got more coverage after this break.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
He's there with me in the moment.
It is one of the best things I do every week.
Anyone can be a mentor. It comes back to you tenfold.
She got to meet me, I'm pretty cool.
I'm glad I have a mentor.
People actually care about me.
What you're going to receive is way more than you're going to give.
Once you get involved in teammates, you're kind of hooked.
It's the absolute best.
It gives me goosebumps right now talking about it.
That says it all. Be a mentor.
Join the team.
Be a mentor.
Schaefer's is celebrating its 79th anniversary with special rebates,
financing,
savings, and free delivery store-wide.
Update your home with innovative Samsung appliances and save up to an additional $900 with rebates. Samsung Innovation saves you energy and time with easy-to-connect appliance technology. Plus, during Schaefer's anniversary, get free delivery on your appliance purchase.
So hurry in during Schaefer's 79th anniversary event, going on now.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Our halftime show is brought to you by RMV Construction, and tonight we're featuring a project RMV Construction recently completed out at Holdridge High School. RMV took out the old bleachers and replaced them with a 1,500-seat prefabricated grandstand and press box. On top of that, the project included installing new field, lighting, pavements, and support utilities to make the game day experience more safe, enjoyable, and accessible for athletes, media, and the fans that visit Holdridge High School. RMV Construction is a general contractor in Kearney and Lincoln that can take care of all of your educational construction needs, including new construction, additions, and remodeling. RMV Construction is trusted, local, proven in Kearney and Lincoln. 14-13 is the score at the halftime break, with Doane leading Mount Marty for the first 30 minutes of play. But not just this to look forward to for broadcasts. Check out our upcoming broadcasts on News Channel Nebraska. Next Thursday matchup, a good 8-man football on Thursday the 16th. Elkhorn Valley and Summerland, Falcons and the Bobcats. Summerland making the D1 semifinals last year. Then the 3-time defending champion Norfolk Catholic Knights on Friday, taking on the Battle Creek team. That's Friday, October 17th. Both of those a 7 p.m. start time. And we'll have our home Cozad game, Cozad versus Holdridge, on Friday, October the 17th. The Dusters fell last night, and the Dusters and the Haymakers both falling in last night's game. And then our final broadcast on Friday, a triple dip on NCN. It is a big Metro City matchup, Creighton Prep versus Omaha Westside. How about Westside taking down Elkhorn? It's either south or north yesterday. The team escapes me. The Westside Warriors getting a huge win last night. Creighton Prep, always a team that is right around the Class A playoffs as well. And then on Saturday, a week from today, October the 18th, the Central Conference Volleyball Tournament. That is a 1:50 p.m. start time, as we will have that on News Channel Nebraska. You can find out the rankings of those teams for volleyball. We've got plenty of those teams in the top 10. Visit our NCN website. We've got top 10 for volleyball and football from classes A all the way down to D6. Find a top 10 ranking for those high school teams on News Channel Nebraska. And, of course, visit us on our social media pages as well, on Facebook at NCN Sports, and the same handle on X or Twitter at NCN Sports. We've got the link to watch those games. If you're ever curious about how to watch games or where to find games, our X page, Facebook page, and website has all of that information as well. 14-13 is the score. Doane over Mount Marty, just the first time in the game that Doane has held a halftime lead. But can they keep that second half momentum going? Seen so many times that Doane has shown spurts of life and has not been able to continue it in the game. See what head coaches John Micheletti and Jonathan Johnson had to say for each team. So we'll see what they said in the form of the team's performances on the field. Halftime break is just about over. We'll take our final break. It's been the RMV Construction halftime show, and then after this, we will have our third quarter of play.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks. Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
– 30 minutes still to go at Al Papik Field, home of the Doane Tigers. And Doane will receive the second half kickoff from Mount Marty. Jakaria Jackson, Blake Allen deep to receive the kick of Camden Vance for the Lancers. Team switch sides of the field once again in a tightly knit contest, and we hope continues on NCN. It's a short kick and fielded immediately by the Tigers. Koali'i Toali'i is the one to just grab it there. Interesting. I don't know if that was supposed to be an onside kick or what that was, Chase.
I think they were trying to catch him off guard with a little onside pooch kick. Luckily, the DeHaan's team was ready for that little squib. I don't know, that pooch kick, I think. That's a great recovery, and they're set up in a great field position for their offense.
Credit Toalili for just grabbing it and falling down. So Doane sets up at their own 42-yard line. Great field position to start off the second half. Blake Allen gets the carry on first down. He's been a busy horse tonight. 12 carries, 37 yards for him in the first half. We mentioned that neither team able to bust out their run game very much in the first half. Each running back had a big run, but otherwise nothing consistent on the ground for both sides. A gain of 3 on that one.
Yeah, you wish you would have got a couple more there by Allen, trying to fall up the middle of the field. But as long as they're moving forward and they're not having any negative plays or negative penalties, I think they'll take positive, forward progress all day long.
Doane looking for just their second win of the year in 6 games. Mount Marty looking to break a 2-game losing streak. Hartman letting his receivers get down the field over the middle and out of the hands, incomplete. A great find there. They had the receiver Chandler Page, the Lincoln Jr., could make the catch.
Yeah, it looked like Sam Hartman trying to stay calm under pressure, coming late pressure, trying to find Page across the middle of the field, just in and out of the hands. That'd have been a big hitter if it would have connected.
Mark Anderson was also there, thought that it maybe was supposed to be intended for him, but he let it go. Maybe that played a little bit of a factor on that. 2 wideouts, right, 1 left. Allen in the backfield for Hartman to throw on 3rd and 7. Over the middle, and what a catch! Or did he? No, he didn't. Mark Anderson could not hold on. He had it, but the hit by the quarterback jostled the ball loose. Get another look at it, but the Mount Marty bench was adamant that Mark Anderson did not make the catch.
And that was a good corner out there by Anderson.
He's got it. He's got it. Still has it.
Wow.
Oh, then it
Mount Marty
slips out of his
defender.
arms then as he's out of bounds. So it's 4th down and 7, and instead Doane's going to have to punt it away. Garrett Papp, the freshman, the first time he's had to punt it tonight. Good kick away and fielded at the 20-yard line. And a good move on the outside. And there goes the runner, Daniel Pierce, down the near sideline. He's still going, and he's going to go all the way. Daniel Pierce to the house. 70 yards for the score. Mount Marty in front. The Tigers had 2 shots to tackle him right away, but they couldn't do it. And Daniel Pierce, the junior, runs it back to the house.
What a crazy turn of events right there. Looked like he was going to be tackled right away by a couple of Doane Tigers. And then just takes up the right side. Great blocking by the punt return team. And you're going to take a lead early in this third quarter.
Daniel Pierce scores the touchdown, and it officially goes 80 yards for the score, and the first kick that the Lancers have returned for a touchdown this year, and now they line up to go for 2. Rugby Riken under center. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch, looking to throw. Pressure coming, throws across his body. Open in the end zone. The 2 points is good. James Brindley, the tight end, makes the catch. And Mount Marty, after missing their extra points, they make up for it to take a 21-14 lead. Special teams touchdown for the Lancers. They lead it by 7 now. They're back in the lead. Get another look at it here. Haven't seen Riken go under center pretty much at all. The ends pressuring him. He finds his wide open tight ends. Make it 21-14, 13:45 left to go into the ball game, and that one's got a sting right there. We'll keep it right here as Mount Marty set to kick this thing off. Back in the lead for the first time since the second quarter. That missed extra point caused them to go down for the lead, but that's a big blow for Doane right there. Got to flush that out of your system and try and keep the offense going here.
Absolutely. You know, that was a big turn of events, a couple chaotic plays on this first couple drives here in the third quarter. Looked like it got flipped up on its head. Now it's going to be 21-14. But the good news is Doane's offense gets the ball right back, have another opportunity to tie this ball game up, which they've been doing all of the first half. So no need to panic here if you're Doane.
Cam to advance this time. We'll kick it off high and away. Blake Allen receiving at the 20. Will try and go to the near sideline. Finds a brief hole and a nice return of about to the 32-yard line. Turn of about 18 yards for Blake Allen. Well, he just had Sam Hartman not able to keep the drive going. That big play that was ruled an incomplete pass is a play that you circle back on. Mark Anderson had it for the last second until he didn't. And it led to that punt return touchdown by Mount Marty. So Doane trailing by 7. Their offense has been good, especially in the first part of the game. Hartman leading the offense. Wado coming in motion. Allen gets the carry on first down up the left side. Runs into a guy. The second guy brings him down at the 39-yard line. A healthy gain of about 6 on first down.
That was a good run there by Allen. I love picking up right where you're left off. Just an outside zone. Try to set the edge. Good gain of about 6 yards. Able to stay ahead of the downs. That's what you want to do if you're Doane. Just go back to the basics, slow, move down the field, and try to tie this game back up.
Daniel Pierce, the guy who just ran back that touchdown on the stop for the Lancers. Tigers now with trips to the right side. Hartman will give it to Harris again. Got his wide receivers a good block for him, and he's down near midfield. Impressive run of 11 yards, and great blocking by the Tiger wide receiving corps.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, that was just great effort on this far side. That was easy to run behind if you know your wide receivers are blocking like that.
They're called receivers, not blockers, so it's just an added bonus when your receiving corps can make blocks right that. Anderson, Wado, in on the block, Chandler Page. Official gain of 10. Tigers now with 86 rushing yards on the evening. They'll try to get some more with Allen. Up the middle, gain of a few. Blake Allen last week in that game against Dakota Wesleyan, only 6 carries for 26 yards. He is now up to 15 carries for 66 yards. Rian Green, the main rusher up until the past couple of weeks, only with 2 carries here tonight. He has spent most of the game on the sideline. 2nd and 6, 11:51 to go in the third quarter. Page in motion. Now Marty with 4 on the line. Some linebacker pressure coming. Lost the football. It's on the ground. Mount Marty says they have it. Blake Allen coughs up the football, but who has it? The pile of humanity. The referee still deciding. Multiple flags are thrown violently from the pile. Still no signal on who has the football. The referee's discussing. They have not signaled yet, but Mount Marty is convinced that they have the football. The Doane offense is also coming off the field, so that looks to be the case. But 2 flags. The one went to the right side of the screen. That one looked like somebody was trying to throw a football Hail Mary. Get another look at it. Allen, his own offensive lineman poked his helmet, and his helmet's poked it out. And if we can keep it here, let's see if we can see what the flags were thrown for.
See him get thrown across both sides of that pile. One right there.
Here and one right there. And let's see the referee about to call the penalties here.
Good ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct, pulling off the pile. Mount Marty number 1. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed. It will be 1st and 10, Mount Marty.
It is a fumble. Blake Allen, by not his own accord, it looked like that he ran it and the ball was popped out by his own offensive lineman's helmet. That was Seth Aperspock on the ground. But DJ Brown for Mount Marty called for an unsportsmanlike conduct, which will back the Lancers up. One final look at it. It's Aperspock number 71 right there. And his right arm, right body caused the fumble there.
It was just unfortunate, too, because they were running the ball well on that drive, looking to make their way down the field, which they were. And it's just an unfortunate fumble and a turnover that he really can't afford right now in this game.
Tough break for Doane. Now Mount Marty, we're back with the football. Riken handoff up the middle. And a gain of a couple on 1st down. Just a big momentum killer. You have that big run there. Allen doing good. Couldn't keep it going on there. 11:16 to go in the third quarter, which today is presented to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain and not just the symptoms. 2nd and 7 for the Lancers. 59 yards on the ground, 97 through the air for them. It was Hirsch for 3 yards on 1st down. Now a quick slant pass. It's caught in the flat. And a good gain close to near the 1st down sticks. Catch made by Kyle Hirsch. Hirsch has ran it, and he has received it as well. He has done both sides of the offensive production for Mount Marty.
That was just a good play there. You got Hirsch running straight out of the backfield to the right. Going to turn into this little bubble screen for him, able to turn it upfield and make this 3rd down a lot closer.
Hirsch now leading the wide receiving core with 3 grabs for 19 yards. Rugby Riken 11 for 14 with 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. It'll be 2nd and 7, but the play stopped. Correction, it's 3rd and 1. They didn't quite give him the 1st down. They've got Hartz in the backfield, and they'll pitch it to him. Hartz runs over a guy, and he's got the 1st. Down to the 45, Malachi Hartz. His 7th carry tonight for 17 yards.
And that's what they want to use Malachi Hartz for in those short yard situations. Just put the pads down, go upfield, get the 1st down. That's his job, and he did that to a T right there.
That's LeBon Farah again taking that big hit. He got taken a big hit earlier. Somebody jumped off sides, it looks like, but no flag is called. Pass out in the flat, caught, and brought down after a gain of just a couple by the tight end James Brindley. I could have swore I saw a Doane defensive lineman jump off sides, but the flags stay in the pockets there.
They're not the only one. I think they did jump, but they might have just not crossed the line of scrimmage.
That was
Hence why the
Carter
flag.
Fauble. Looked like he got a free head start, but nothing doing there. A gain of 2 on the reception to Brinsley, the tight end. Second and 7, 9-16 in the third quarter. 2 receivers each side. Doane brings pressure. Riken scrambles, throws low, incomplete. Down near the 50-yard line, Zoen Robinson, the sophomore, looking for his second reception, but too low from his quarterback. Just the 4th incompletion for Riken tonight.
And that's what's so important about getting Riken under pressure, is try to get him off balance, try to screw up his throwing arm, any way you can to get him under pressure and not let him sit in the pocket and throw good balls. That's what you need to do if you're Doane's defense, and holding them to 3rd and long right here.
3rd and 7. Mount Marty just 3 of 7 for 3rd downs on this 3rd and 7. Snap back to Rugby Riken. Got all day to throw over the middle. Caught. First down into Doane territory. Nice grab by Moshe Richmond. His second grab today.
That was just a good route there by Richmond. Just that in route across the field. Able to pick up the good amount of yardage. Good tackle there by Sundquist at the end, but all in all, that's what they needed, and they got it.
16 yards on the 3rd down conversion for Mount Marty, trying to extend their lead after their first touchdown drive in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left. Got Hartz in the backfield. Give it to him on 1st down. Hartz again just lowering his shoulder, going straight up the middle. Unlike Hirsch, who is more the shifty running back, Hartz, guy who's just a freight train. I'm going to go straight forward and look out anybody who's in my way. Gain of 5.
Yeah, that's just a really good option to have, too. You know, if you're going to have an offense where you want both running backs with different skill sets, I mean, it's working to a T. You want a speedster and also a guy who can get you those short yard situations by just running tough.
Hartz was also kept in check last week against Concordia. 11 rushes for only 20 yards. As was Hirsch, 9 rushes for 21 yards. 65 on the ground for Mount Marty. Hartz gets the toss. Waiting for blockers to get in front of him, but the Tigers defense holds up. Short of the 1st down marker, a gain of a few. It'll be 3rd and short for the Lancers.
Yeah, Lancers are doing a lot of running on this play. Haven't really had time to pass other than a couple 3rd down situations. Wanting to stick to the ground game, which I'm sure both teams really want to do. But now it'll bring decision time about 3rd and medium.
Hartz off to the sideline. Kyle Hirsch back in the backfield for Mount Marty. Riken will line up shotgun. Hirsch right beside him. Coming in motion is Nick Heath, the senior tight end. Now out of the backfield. Riken's going to run for it. And Riken's got it. Nobody expected the quarterback keeper there. They do get to him at the 25, but a gain of 7 will move the sticks for Mount Marty.
It was a nifty little play call there on 3rd and 4. Little play fake. Quarterback keeper to design run. Able to pick up the yardage. And they continue to just walk down this field slowly but surely, almost getting into the red zone here.
Good mix of play calling for Mount Marty. 21 rush plays to 17 pass plays. Trying to go up 2 scores here. Receiver coming in motion is Carbajal. Now he goes back. Riken under pressure towards the end zone. One-on-one matchup. Good coverage, incomplete. Pass broken up by Doane's Ricardo Briones. And they were looking for Rodney Broadnax in the end zone.
I mean, it's just one-on-one on the far side of the field. A little scary. Riken throws the deep ball. I mean, that's just all in all great placement there by the DB. Able to go up and swat it down. That's exactly what you want to do.
About as good as coverage you can ask for right there by the freshman Briones out of El Paso, Texas. 5'9", 160, swats it away. 2nd and 10. Mount Marty approaching the red zone. Snap back to Riken again under duress. Has to scramble for it. He's got room to run. To the 15. He's got a 1st down inside the 10. Rugby Riken, he is the mobile quarterback And another quarterback scramble for a first down. They'll mark him down at the 12 for a gain of 13.
Now you're going to see Doane here with only a 3-man rush. They're going to drop in their zones. And Riken knows this. Has time, able to roll to his right, use his legs. He's pretty quick for a quarterback. What is the term? Sneaky athletic? Some would say
so.
Yeah, but he's able to get it down to almost a first and goal situation here.
1st and 10 at the 13. Malachi Hart's checking back in at tailback. In motion goes Wachholtz. Snap back, it's Hartz. Sheds a tackle. He's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Marty. 13-yard score. And the first rushing touchdown scored by either side today is scored by Malachi Hartz.
Yeah, that one hurts. I mean, that was a great run there by Hart. Looked like a couple missed tackles from the linebackers blitzing upfield. Sometimes that's just going to happen. You're going to blitz, and they're going to run underneath right where you blitz.
And one of the defensive linemen for Doane got pancaked there on his back. Malachi Hartz, the 13-yard score, his 4th rushing touchdown this year. Camden advance with the extra point. Again, he's already missed one today, but this one splits the uprights right down the middle. Mount Marty has now opened up a 14-point lead, the first time either side is led by multiple scores in this game. Time for Doane to answer. If they can, they've got the football when we return from Crete.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
28-14, Mount Marty in front. It's Doane College football on News Channel Nebraska. As the Lancers have been successful in both of their drives the second half. 12 plays, 68 yards, taking 6:07 off the clock. Kickoff goes out to Allen onto the far sideline. Steps back, sheds one tackle, out past the 25 and just short of the 30. Blake Allen continuing to impress. Just that big asterisk in the second half will be that fumble, which was caused by his own offensive lineman. That's led to a Mount Marty touchdown. And now the Lancers up 2 scores. But for Doane, they've had the lead in this game. They have overcome a turnover. At one point, they overcame a Mount Marty score. Try to reach into that bag of momentum again to get it back here.
The biggest thing is down 2 scores. You need to have something positive on this drive. You need to move down the field, at least give your offense a chance to put a ball in the end zone, and you'd only be down 7.
Jet sweep handoff to Andrew Wado, but that is snuffed out well by the Mount Marty defense, a gain of just 2. Wado leading the team today with 5 grabs for 90 yards and 2 scores. First time he gets the handoff here today. But for Doane's rushing offense, 24 carries, 93 yards, slightly improving on their average, 3.9 per carry, but approaching their season high in rushing yards. They had 97 last week, which was their high in 5 games. Trent DePompa, the wide receiver, going in motion. Hartman with the deep drop back. Coming of pressure. Hartman is going to run for just the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose some yards. Probably should have thrown that one away there.
Yeah, a little late decision. Hartman feels the presence coming. Pocket breaks down, rolls to his right. Yeah, like you said, might have just threw that one away, lived to play another down without, I think, a loss of 3 right there.
Yeah, you decide late, that's tough right there. Bryson Mitchell was the guy chasing him down there for Mount Marty. So a loss of 3 officially on the play will bring up 3rd and 13. Doane just 2 for 4 on 3rd downs. Trips to the left side of your screen there. Alone in the backfield is Hartman. Pressure coming again. Hartman scrambling for his life, and this time he will throw it away. Couldn't find anybody downfield, and a 3-and-out coming up for the Doane offense.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Artman and the wide receiver. It looked like Waito was on the far side, but might have not ran the route, or just a little miscommunication, like it could have been anything. But that's just unfortunate. Oh, he slipped.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to throw it away anyways, but
yeah,
he was forced left by the rush by DJ Brown. Garrett Papp, his second punt of the game. Back deep to receive it. Daniel Pierce, he returned the only punt for a touchdown. Here come the Lancers, but they don't quite block the punt. A really good bounce, and it's going to keep rolling. Inside, near, all the way past the 15-yard line. A huge punt there for Garrett Papp of 56 yards.
Great punt.
Goes from the 30 all the way down to the Mount Marty 14. Just what the doctor ordered there. If Mount Marty is going to score again, they're going to need to do it from 86 yards out. But Doane defense needs a stop now more than ever with just 3:41 left to go in the third quarter. We'll see what the defense can offer Doane. Defensive coordinator Jordan Potts for the Tigers, trying to find their success that they did in the first half.
Yeah, I would be kind of careful here. If I was Doane's defense, they could do one of two things. They could try to chew clock, or they could go for a big hit right here with a huge play.
Two receivers near, one far. Handoff goes to Malachi Hart. Gets around the edge and to the sideline. He's got a first down or near the marker. Malachi Hart hurts the Doane defense right there, using his big body to cruise to near a first down. And it looks like they'll give it to him for 10.
He's been kind of coming alive in this second half. Malachi Hart's able to find the running lanes he needs to. Able to pick up first down yardage, break a couple tackles, go to the right. He's been doing a really good job in this quarter.
Mount Marty now over 100 yards of rushing on the evening. They average about 137 per game. Backfield, receiver in motion. Down again. And another healthy run up the middle. An offensive line for Mount Marty, providing the holes that this Mount here in the second half.
Yeah, it's starting to look like Mount Marty's just fine with running the ball and getting 5 to 6 yards a pop. I wouldn't say they're bleeding clock, but I'm saying they're taking their time and going at a comfortable pace for the offense.
They can definitely run this rest of this third quarter clock up if they are able to. Clock isn't running when it should be, and they're going to have a stoppage in play. Referee's trying to signal to wind the clock. It's on a run there. The ball didn't go out of bounds. Clock never restarted. There's 2:32 left to go in the third quarter. They're deciding how much probably clock needs to wind off here with it never starting. Nice and easy scoreboard for us to read up here in the booth, and Doane media team does a great job of keeping that.
Both will start on my whistle.
The referee calling for the clock to be reset to 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
We are dealing with a technical issue.
Uh-oh.
And we are working to get that corrected. Thank you.
Conversation between the referee and the PA saying there is a technical issue with the clock. So I'm wondering if they need to fix something with the clock here, or we're gonna have a brief stoppage here. Or are we?
A bit of confusion on the field. A lot of people
They're
don't know what's
confused.
going on.
We're confused. And the clock is winding now on the referee's signal.
There we go.
So just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is third and four. It is 2nd and 4 for Mount Marty. Scoreboard has it wrong. Reichen's going to carry it himself, and he weaves his way through the defense to get a first down and more. All the way out to the 38, a gain of 8. Move the sticks.
It's a good job there by Reichen. They were able to improvise. A little pump fake, quarterback design run. Those have been working in their favor in the second half.
Offensive line has done a great job to get the defensive line kind of spread out, too. They're not just blocking them, they're creating holes while blocking as well.
Absolutely.
17th first down for Mount Marty in the game compared to Doane's 12. Handoff to Kyle Hirsch on first down. He won't get a whole lot. Again, he's their smaller, more crafty running back, listed at 5'10", 210. But now a Doane player down on his back on the field.
Gets Carson LaValle.
And he's smacking the grounds, and that's never a good sign. Senior out of Wahoo, 6'2", 265. He's got hands on helmets as well, and trainers attending to his left leg there. LaValle, one of the keys of this defensive line, one of the senior guys. Lots of freshmen for the offensive and defensive line for Doane this year, but LaValle, one of the senior leadership on the team, and he might be on the ground for a while. Take a quick injury break. I did it again.
You did it again.
I'll just say, let's take a quick injury break, and then the guy will get up every time. Carson LaValle will be helped off the field, and he is walking off under his own power. Get another look at it here. LaValle likely at the bottom of the pile right there. So easy to get a leg turned, an ankle turned, knee turned the wrong way, and fortunate enough that hopefully LaValle will not be out for too long because they need him in there. Ben Madrigal, a freshman D lineman from Omaha, he will take his place at the nose guard position. Under center now is the quarterback Riken. The toss to Hartz. Hartz jukes a couple of guys. Man, he is powerful. Lots of yards after contact for these Mount Marty rushers, especially in the second half.
Yeah, and that's what their plan is kind of bleed the rest of this third quarter clock out and just continue to pick up first downs.
Under a minute to go, 50 seconds to go with the clock winding. Third down, another third down for Mount Marty. 5 for 9 now. You will take an over 50% conversion any day. 3rd and 3, snap to Riken. Handoff to Hartz. Hartz tripped up just shy, it looks like, of the first down marker, and he will not quite get there.
It's a great play there by Doane's defense, finally saying, hey, let's get a third down stop here. Hold him to 4th down. I know it's 4th and short, but hold him to 4th down, that's huge. They haven't been to do that this whole drive.
I don't know what you're thinking, Chase, but my thought process is I'm up 2 scores. Doane's defense hasn't been that great, and their offense hasn't been that great, so I'll go for it and try and take the kill shot here.
Could be a possibility. I could definitely see him going for it here at the start of the 4th quarter.
But we'll have to find out in the final 15 minutes of it as Mount Marty holds Doane scoreless in the 3rd quarter, and they score 2 touchdowns of their own, 28-14. Doane looking for a big comeback in the final 15 minutes of play. We return from Crete in a moment.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Fourth and 1, the Lancers going for it, trying to get it here. Riken, he's got it. The quarterback runs for the first down. When the Tigers have been least expecting it, Rugby Riken, the quarterback for Mount Marty, picking it up with his own legs to convert the 4th down and put Doane in a world of hurt here.
I mean, in my opinion, that's a pretty gutsy call there on 4th and about 1 or 2 yards, having your quarterback do a designed run. It works out in their favor, and that's kind of been some of those plays have been big hitters for Mount Marty's offense against Doane.
The fourth down conversion. Mount Marty now 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions. The motion, the running back out of the backfield. Reichen looking for a big shot, but we'll check it down to Kyle Hirsch. And Hirsch has got room to run to the 35 and out of bounds there. Just a simple check down, and it's good enough for a first down. A Mount Marty lineman now down on the field. Get another look at it here. Nobody open down the field. Chooses the check down option, and Doane's defense didn't have somebody home.
And no one really stuck with her. She's just sitting there on the left side saying, hey, I'm wide open. No one's 10 yards near me.
Reese Zudevern to push him out of bounds. The downed lineman for Mount Marty is Alex Gove, the sophomore right guard. He's able to get up under his own power, too. That point of the game where just little injuries some injuries that have just been minor, but have been compounding over the course of the game can arise. But a first down, 19 first downs. Mount Marty pretty even, 133 yards through the air, 137 on the ground. Doane needs a big stop here as Mount Marty is bleeding this clock in the fourth. Got Hirsch in the backfield with Reichen the QB. Quick pass to the left side, caught. Now running back over in the middle of the field, Owen Robinson. Runs horizontally, but doesn't get much more yards after he catches it, a gain of about 6.
It looks like a gain of 7, but he ran about 25 yards. But that was a great play, able to find a lane. If it works out for you, works out for you. Breaks a couple tackles, continues to go down the line. And they're fine with that at this point. That was a gain of 7 on first down. Now you can do anything on second down.
Keeps the clock rolling as well. So in Robinson, 2 catches for 11 yards, 15 for 20 for Reichen for 139. The sophomore QB will go under center for this play. 2nd and 3. Pitch back to Hartz. Hartz lowers a shoulder, but too many guys will throw him backwards. Reese Zudevern, along with Bennett Geiken, in on the stop.
It was a good play there by Geiken and Zudevern coming in right up the middle. Just your simple toss play that they've been running this whole second half. Able to plug that gap right away. Good hit there by Zudevern. Able to draw him back, hold him to third down. If you get a stop here, that will help immensely for your offense to get another chance.
No gain brings up 3rd and 4. Hartz has carried it 15 times. He is the back on this play. 10 seconds to snap it for Mount Marty, and they might have to use a timeout here. And that is indeed going to be the case as they have not lined up. Play clock winding down to 0. And a timeout called. John Micheletti wants to think about it here. 3rd and 3. Doane just needs to get off the field on a 3rd down. 5 times they have not allowed that to happen. Can they get the big stop that they need to get back in this game? We'll have to find out after this timeout.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
3rd and 4 for Mount Marty at the Doane 30-yard line. Reichen to throw, being pressured, throwing over the middle. Big hit! It is caught. A crushing blow. Wow, did Aiden Burns lay a hit down. The catch was secured. For a gain of 2, it will be short of the first down.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Here comes the Legion. Ouch!
Oh, what a hit.
Unbelievable that the Mount Marty receiver, Jacob Carbajal, was able to hold on. The junior got a face full of helmet right there. There was an injured player on the field briefly for Mount Marty. That was Gove going down again as he is helped off to the field. It's 4th down and 3, the gain of 1. And Mount Marty's offense still on there. Chase, are they going to run a play here?
I think they're trying to go quick here with a 2-back set.
One motioning out of the backfield. That's Carbajal, who just took that crushing blow to throw his Riken on 4th and 4. He's hit as he throws. Pass complete, but the Tigers drag him down near the first down line, and he got it just by a yard.
I mean,
Making
the window.
the catch, Kyle Hirsch.
The window to throw that ball was tight, man. That was great defense by the linebackers. Riken just composed over the middle of the field, just throws it. I mean, that's pretty close defense.
Lots of jersey tugging going on there, but we have not had a single holding penalty all game. Refs are letting those offensive linemen and D-linemen battle it out to a huge 3rd down conversion, the 6th for Mount Marty this evening. In the backfield is Hirsch. Here comes Robinson in motion. Pre-snap penalty. Before the snap goes, and somebody moved on the Mount Marty offensive line. But with 11:10 left to go in the 4th quarter, cannot allow any sort of touchdown or any sort of points here. Doane needs something in the form of a turnover or anything like that. False start called. It was the center, Nick Bunkers. Usually the center knows when to snap the ball. You rarely see a false start on the center.
I know, usually it's everyone but the center.
11 minutes left to go, 1st and 15. Robinson in motion. They fake the handoff to him. It's Hirsch up the middle, and he has stood up after a couple of yards. He will not be brought down to the ground. It looks like they'll just give him back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. We'll bring up a 2nd and long.
Yeah, good job there by Zudevern, able to fill that gap. I mean, a good hit. Simdorn at the end of that play. D-line finally getting a hold of this run game. And it's harder for Mount Marty to get this run game started, deep in Doane's territory.
Each team, actually Doane with all 3 timeouts, Mount Marty with 2 of its timeouts. 2nd and 12 after the rush. Play action, Riken. Looking, got all day. Riken now flushed. Still looking to throw, and they're going to get to him in the backfield. Riken had forever, but Lucas Christensen finally there to tackle him in the backfield, and another Mount Marty offensive lineman slow to get up, and it's a loss of 3.
Like you said, Riken had all day to throw. Only a 3-man rush. They're going to drop in zone, roll into his right. Eventually just runs out of time. Good pressure there by Zudevern. Christensen able to come in the end of that play and make the tackle, and that's huge for the defense.
Perhaps the quarterback, Riken, thinking up big, want to try and make a big play happen. I can afford a sack here. 9.5 to go. Doane brings 4. Riken, nobody to find. Now launching towards the backcourt of the end zone, overthrows his receiver, intended for Rodney Broadnax. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Lancers. Ball at their 33. They are likely out of field goal range here.
Yeah, this is kind of at an interesting spot because it might be too far out of field goal range, but also you can't really punt it at this, being at the 33-yard line. So, I mean, their best option is probably just do a long passing play if you're Mount Marty.
Mount Marty's field goal kicker is 4 for 4 this year, but his long is only 38 yards. This would be about a 50-yard field goal. But the offense staying on the field, it is 4th and a country mile. 17 miles to be exact. 2 receivers each side. Hirsch in the backfield for Riken. Doane will bring 3 and get to him in the backfield. The sack. Reese Zudevern and Tyson Fleshman make this combined sack. Exactly the stop that Doane needed, and they'll get some extra field position of it as well as the Lancers turn it over on downs.
There he is again. We're going to hear his name. Good swim move right there by Zudevern. Good pressure by Schuler at the end of that play. I mean, that's exactly what you needed if you're Doane's defense.
9:13 left to go. And Doane has the football down by 2 scores. Doane taking over at the 40-yard line. Their offense has been stagnant in this second half so far. Hartman to throw. Over the middle, caught by the running back Allen. Marks down after a gain of about 7.
They are going to have to move quick here. That's fine with a positive yard gain. But they are going to have to move quick with time not being on their side and down 2 scores.
Clock winding, gain of 7 officially on the catch by Allen. To pass, Hartman flush, has to throw it away. And on the pressure for Mount Marty was DJ Brown. And forces the incompletion. 290-pound defensive lineman coming at you. Want to make sure you get that away.
That was probably just the smartest move by Hartman. Sensing the pressure early, able to roll to his right, throw it incomplete, throw it out of bounds. Also stopping the clock too, and live to play another down.
Doane was able to come back in a big way against Mount Marty last year. Just one of 3 wins for Doane last year in Yankton. A last-second touchdown as they beat the Lancers 22-21. But down 2 scores here. Hartman to rush on 3rd and short, and he won't make it. Just a yard short. Well, Mount Marty's done that play a couple of times, but the Lancer defense got the stop they needed there. It's 4th and 1. You got to go for this one here, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for the rest of the game, they're going to have to go for 4th downs.
8:30. 4th and 1. Hartman, the snap back. Allen's going to try and rush to the left edge. He's not going to get there. The Lancer defense locks him down, and Doane will turn it over on downs. Allen has been able to get over the edge several times tonight, but not that time.
Yeah, they just tried an outside zone. I mean, that was just really good defense.
Tried to sneak it through, but Delonte Dickey was there to knock him down. And it's back to Mount Marty's football. Drive ends up going 3 and out. Very disappointing if you're the Tiger offense. Now your defense right back out on the field and needs another huge stop. 8:17 to go in the ball game. Riken will go under center. Hart's in the backfield. Pitch to him. Shifts away. And brought down by the Horde after a gain of about 3. Hart's leading the rushing carry attack tonight. This Doane defense, their rushing defense has been really good all season. Mount Marty now with 130 yards on the grounds. Again, very equal from passing to rushing game.
Yeah, and Malachi Hart's able to get a gain of 4 right there. And looks like they're just going to go back to bleeding clock, taking up their time. Not in much of a hurry.
Play clock at 10. Taking valuable seconds off of it. Hand off to Hartz. Hartz adjusts to his right, headed towards the 1st down marker and right at it. Looks like he got enough, and he did. 1st down on the gain of 7. Malachi Hartz, 17 carries for 67 yards. Again, the Mount Marty rush game was obliterated last week by Concordia. It was Rugby Riken doing all of the passing last week. But the Lancer rushing game able to get where they need to this week. And a timeout called. Nope, just kidding. Doane's defense briefly, meaning there was a Mount Marty player that had to briefly come off. Clock momentarily stops and now winds. Does Doane have a miraculous comeback in them? It is getting late here in Creets. 1st and 10 for the Lancers. Receiver each side. Hirsch rejoins Riken in the back. RPO. It's Hirsch with the carry. Dangerous play there. The Tigers are looking to punch that one out right there. A gain of just 2.
Yeah, Hirsch getting his 10th carry of the ball game right
the carry then when he
I saw it.
It looked like that Doane had a good opportunity to punch the football out there. 1 turnover for Mount Marty, 2 for Doane. Mount Marty's been able to turn one of those Doane turnovers into 6 points. Play action, slant over the middle, incomplete, broken up. Contact before the throw, but it's a clean breakup once again by Ricardo Briones.
And Briones kind of stepping up in the second half, making a couple of really good plays, especially that deep ball over here in the corner of the end zone. Able to deflect that one, and then pretty good defense here. I know Mount Marty's coaches wanted a little PI, little contact before the ball came, but it looked like a bang-bang play.
Got there a little bit early, but no flag. Rodney Brodnack's the intended receiver. Brodnack's with 2 catches for 43 yards tonight. 8 different Lancers have caught a pass from Riken this evening. Motion Hirsch out of the backfield on 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. Riken running forever over the middle. It is caught at the 30. A snag after being hit is Jackson Wachholz. His 3rd reception, and that is a big first down. Again, Doane cannot stop Mount Marty on 3rd down.
Yeah, big first down indeed. But Riken rolling to his right. Schuler got him under pressure. Really good throw there catch there. Aiden Burns maybe a little late to that. And that is, like you said, a big 3rd down where they could have got off the field.
Now with 5.5 to go, Doane's chances slipping away, and they can do nothing about it until they get the football back. 5 seconds to snap it for Riken. They will go with their run-safe play right up the middle for a few. It is going to be a steady dose of the run game for the rest of this one, very likely. Stick around for our player of the game. We'll tell you who that is. It's brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. Tell you all about that when we have the final 4:45 tick off the clock. And again, Mount Marty taking every second they can. Doane still with 3 timeouts, but they would love to hang on to them as long as they can. Wide out each side. Handed off to Hirsch. Hirsch doesn't get much. D-line stands him up after a gain of just 1. It'll be 3rd and medium. And this might decide it right here. Doane needs a stop here if they want the football back.
Absolutely. This is where you got to stand up. You're coming in about 4 minutes left in the ball game. You got to find a stop here, and on 4th down, guessing that Mount Marty will go for it. But, this is the big chance right here.
4 minutes and counting. Doane hanging on to their timeouts for the moment. Got to imagine, though, if they get the stop here, they would use one of them. 3rd and 6. Mount Marty 6 for 13 on 3rd downs. Riken scrambling to his left. Throws over the middle. It is caught. And another first down. James Brinsley, the tight end, moves the chains, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 15. And with another first down, Mount Marty inside the red zone. And Doane might not even get the football back here.
Now, Brinsley has just been a safety valve for this offense, and Riken. Also, what a throw by Riken. On the run, rolling to his left. Takes a big hit. Able to stay on his feet. Yeah.
Wow. Finally drug out of bounds at the 15. A gain of 10 yards. Mount Marty now with 7 third down conversions tonight. And the clock rolling under 3 minutes. Doane has been held scoreless its entire second half. Riken under center lost the football, and he will fall on it, though. That would have been catastrophic. Now with the drop there, Doane has no choice but to start using its timeouts to have some sort of miracle stop here. Another look at it, our instant replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Well, timeout for Doane. They're first. They've got a couple more. Keep it right here as we're running out of time here in this one. Told you about the Doane miracle comeback against Mount Marty last year, but the Lancers, their offense has been dynamite in the second half. We went to our halftime break. Mount Marty had about, I think, 15, maybe 20 more yards than Doane did. Mount Marty now has almost 100 more total yards on offense than Doane does. But again, mixing it up reliably through the air and on the grounds. Malachi Hartz has been huge for Mount Marty. Kyle Hirsch, even though he is one of the starting running backs, he's had the most catches for the second most yardage on the team. But still nothing on the scoreboard for either side in this fourth quarter. Mount Marty doesn't need anything more. They just need to get this final 2:49 off the clock. And they have 2nd and 13 from the Doane 18 after the timeout. In the shotgun, Reichen. Hirsch will get the carry. Left side, good spin move, and drug down in the secondary. Keegan Schuler making the stop. But some more positive yardage, and Doane will take its second timeout.
Yeah, what Mount Marty's just aiming to do there is just try to move forward, potentially pick up one more first down or even a score, and that'll be it for the game.
Just trying to roadmap any sort of possible comeback for Doane. Best case scenario, you need a turnover here.
Absolutely.
Cannot allow any points. And then you're just going to have to go quick, get in the end zone, convert an onside kick, and go quick again. Otherwise, Mount Marty will avenge a close season loss from last year. Lancers 242 away from win number 4 on the season. A loss here would drop Doane to a 1-5 record. But stick around after this. We'll have our usual post-game no matter what, which is brought to you by Custom Sports. Screen printed t-shirts and sublimated jerseys. They have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at customsportsco.com. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 8. Doane has 1 timeout left. So if they can get the stop here, Mount Marty could even kick a field goal and completely put the game away. 3rd and 8, Mount Marty, as we've been saying, has been so good on 3rd down here tonight. Fake the toss to the left, roll to the right. In the flat, it is caught. Near the first down marker, making the catch was Kyle Hirsch, but he is just short. Zach Sundquist drug him down after the gain of 6. It'll be 4th and short.
It's a big decision here. I think they're going to go to the 2-minute warning. Kind of surprised I'm not seeing a timeout from Doane sideline.
Yeah, Doane should be using their final timeout here. Because then you force Mount Marty to make a decision, and then you have about 20 extra seconds on the clock. By not calling a timeout, 20 extra seconds will bleed off the clock. And that will indeed send us into the 2-minute warning. Doane's defense facing a 4th and 3. Mount Marty trying to put the nail in the coffin. We return with the final 2 minutes of play from Creets on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
34-yard field goal attempt for Camden Vance, who is 4 for 4 in field goal kicks this year to try and put this game out of reach. Long pause here. 8 seconds to snap, but the kick is up, and the kick is good. Just snuck it inside the left upright. And Mount Marty goes up 31-14 with 1:56 left to go, and the Lancers now up by 3 scores. Unfortunately, time's going to run out here. Mount Marty bleeds off 6 minutes and 21 seconds of clock on that fourth quarter drive. 12 plays, 42 yards. Capped off by a 34-yard field goal by Mount Marty's kicker, Camden Vance. Now 5 for 5 on the season. He did miss that extra point earlier, but he is money right there. So Doane will get the football back. Only have 1 timeout left. Trailing by 17. We'll see what unfolds here, but for a Doane offense that has not scored in the second half and has failed to eclipse over 100 yards of offense in the second half, it felt like, Chase, in the early third quarter, we were saying Doane's about to have a season high in rushing yards, and they still haven't broken it here with this this game running out. They're probably not going to be running it here in this drive.
No, I don't think so either. And it's just a tale of two halves, really. I mean, the first half, they came out, swinging. Yeah, they had great plays. They had, positive runs. They were doing everything really right at halftime. And then also, they just haven't really had a lot of time and chances to get on the field in the second half due to Mount Marty kind of just taking control of the time of possession.
Kick is away from Vance. Heading over towards Jakarian Jackson. Fields it at the 17. Jackson gets roped down right at the 20. A huge play by Gavin Swanson, the return man. And that is a little bit of a deflating tackle as well to get spun around like that too. But Doane will retain possession and try and pull off a miracle here. Get another look at it. It's in our Beatrice Community Hospital replay. Jakarian Jackson. That one hurts. Tigers with the football. Their last gasp here. Their offense has done almost nothing here in this second half. Doane with the touchdown in the first and second quarters, but nothing after the halftime break. Hartman to pass on first down. Being pressured. Gets away from the pile. Hartman to run, and now will slide down. He'll only gain about, they're going to mark him down all the way back at the 25, so a gain of 2. Clock rolling, 1:30 to go. 3 receivers to the left. Hartman checks it down to the running back, Allen. And he'll run out of bounds. And he will only get to the 29-yard line to bring up 3rd and 3.
Just kind of checking down at the last second, not really looking, anything deep. I think now is a chance where you take a shot at Waito's on this close side of the field right here. He's one-on-one.
Got Waito, Miller, and another receiver near side. Checking down, it's overthrown over the head. Doane wants a flag there, some contact with Mark Anderson, but nothing called. Jonathan Johnson rips off his headset in frustration, and it's 4th and 3. Could be the final play of the game. A little bit of a hold there by the defensive back, Damian Baldwin, but not called. 4th and 3, the potential final play for the Doane offense. 2 receivers each side. Only rush 3, quick slant, caught. A first down for Doane. Making the catch was Trent DePompa, the freshman. Just his 6th catch this fall, but last week he had 3 catches for 16 yards. against Dakota Wesleyan. Clock will stop at 1:17. Doane still with a long way to go to the end zone. Hartman dropping back over the middle to the running back Allen, makes the catch, and he will be shoved out of bounds after a gain of 4. 6 seconds runs off the clock. Doane completing these short passes. Like you said, Chase, time to take a shot here pretty soon.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the defensive line's getting good pressure, but at the same time, you got to take a shot and go deep here.
Hartman can't find anybody, being pressured in the backfield, and he is sacked. Now Doane has to use their final timeout here as Hartman goes down in the backfield. Clock stops with 1:01 left. And off the edge, just getting enough of him was Delonte Dickey. We've called his name a lot this evening for Mount Marty. And he gets the valuable stop. Got 1:01 left, and that sack will set up Doane with a 3rd and 13. All the way back at their own 33-yard line. So Doane's going to fall just a bit short. This was a game where the Tigers led at halftime, but 18 unanswered points in the second half for Mount Marty. It's going to give the Lancers a win. Mount Marty at Dortz next week. Doane will be off next week. Their next match at Briar Cliff. Next time they'll return home will be for their final home game of the season against Morningside. That's going to be a tough senior day matchup on November the 1st. After Doane's final timeouts, 3rd and 13. 1:01 to go. No timeouts for the Tigers. Hartman to throw, 3-man rush to the sideline, caught by Allen. That is not quite to the first down marker.
Obviously, it's going to be 4th down territory, last chance here. It's going to be about 4th and 6, I mean, might as well go for a home run ball.
4th and 6 from the 40. Another potential final play of the game. 5 receivers down the field. Hartman over the middle, intercepted. And that is going to do it. Mount Marty with the pick. Brock Lubbers picks it off, his 2nd interception of the year. And with 49 seconds left to go, just a couple kneel downs, and this one is over.
You see Hartman trying to find Wato on the in route coming in. Just read it perfectly for the interception.
Not sure who the receiver running down the field was. I would have almost liked to see him take the big shot downfield. Didn't see any big shots at all in that final drive. Doane being very conservative when they needed to make up 17 points in 2 minutes. It's not the results the Tigers were hoping for after coming into halftime with a lead. Kneel down made there, and Mount Marty will just need one more to finish this thing off. Disappointing. The Lancers, it was all them in the second half. I'll be very pleased with their offensive performance. The kneel down complete. And with still 24 seconds left to go on the clock, teams will call it a day. 31-14. Going to be your final score here in the dominant second half performance by Mount Marty. They score 18 unanswered in the second half, and they win it by a score of 31-14. Lancers up to 4-2. Doane falling to 1-5. It's been another Doane football production on News Channel Nebraska. But keep it here. We'll go down and see what head coach Jonathan Johnson has to say after he talks with his guys. Doane will remain winless at home. They will look to their final game of the season to get hopefully their one and only win of the home in a few weeks from now. Ryan Valenta, Chase Wilkinson, back in a few minutes on News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, a eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
NCN Sports is brought to you by City Bank and Trust in Crete, member FDIC, and by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports. The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
It's time to get in the game. When you team up with teammates, you don't need paths or a playbook. 1 hour a week can encourage a student in your community to win in school and in life. Hundreds of young people are waiting for a mentor to show up and build their confidence, character, and hope for the future. Be the teammate every young person deserves. Clock is ticking. Sign up at teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And and the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Ryan Valenta postgame with Doane head coach Jonathan Johnson as Doane falls to Mount Marty 31-14. Coach, tale of two halves. You guys were great in the first half, couldn't put it together in the second half. What was the difference between the two halves?
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm very proud of our football team and the way that they attacked this week and the way they came out here and got better in the first half. We came out and played really well offensively, ran the football, threw the football well. Andrew Wadeau had a hell of a game. Sam Hartman looked really good. We moved the football. We got a 14-13 lead at halftime. At the half, unfortunately, they changed up a game plan a little bit to sit on the lead and just went straight to power bully football. We came out and got the ball offensively, had a 3-and-out, had to punt. They returned it for a touchdown, and then from there, we only had one more possession in the game because of the way that they ran the football. And so defensively, we got to find a way to get off the blocks and get off the ball there and make some plays in the second half to give our offense more opportunities. But very proud of the growth offensively and from our football team. That's a good football team over there, and they're can continue to get better. They're in year 5 of their program, and we're going to keep building with these young cats.
You mentioned Andrew Wadeau, the big wide receiver star tonight with John DeRiso out. 5 catches for a couple touchdowns, including a, my opinion, Sports Center top 10 highlight reel to talk about the connection from Sam to Andrew tonight.
Well, they've just got a great connection. They've been throwing with each other for 2 years now and been doing a really good job. So I'm proud of both of those guys and their effort in the first half there, and we got to continue to build on that.
Defense, though, the big stat line stood out to me. Mount Marty was 7 for 15 on third down. So many times your defense needed to get off the field. They couldn't. What was the difference for that defense here today?
Yeah, I think the difference for us was just getting worn down a little bit physically. They're much larger than us, and strength-wise, they're just a few things and getting off the blocks. They really just decided to go with some unbalanced bully ball, and it worked well for them. So we got to continue to try to get better in those areas and keep growing. We're playing a lot of young kids. We got 60 freshmen. This is a young football team, so we're going to get there. It's just got to keep building.
And as you have your final home game of the year in a few weeks, just talk about how this team has grown over the season. Haven't had the results you wanted to, but you're very passionate. You said that you loved all those guys in there, that they seem that they've grown really close together on the field.
Yeah, they have, and they're working hard, and their energy's good. Our focus and our discipline has to continue to improve, but we're going to keep getting better, and I believe the future is bright here at Doane.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Merrill will ring. Go Tigers.
Very good. We'll go back to our top plays in just a moment. Head coach Jonathan Johnson. Never tough to talk about a tough second half performance like that, but man of class, we appreciate him. We'll be back with our top plays on our post-game show of Doane Football.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
20 kids, 1 SUV, and 1 mission. Snacks! Speedy Mart is where the snack squad rolls deep. Whether it's before the first pitch or after the final out, we've got drinks, treats, and all the fuel to keep your team going strong. Speedy Mart convenience stores. Quick, convenient, and always ready when the team rolls in. Speedy Mart. Snack strong, play strong.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. We got your back.
Post take a look at the stats for both sides. 12 to 229, Mount Marty outgains the Tigers on offense, but the big third down conversion was the key for Mount Doane, just 2 for 8 in third down conversions, and the amount of time that Mount Marty held on to the football.
Yeah, absolutely. They did it and then basically most of the fourth quarter they had possession of the ball. Mount Marty had almost 38 minutes of time of possession compared to Doane's 22. And like Coach, I think that played a huge factor, just like the tale of two halves in this game.
Exactly, and the 3 turnovers for Doane didn't help them too. That meaningless interception didn't help too much, but that one fumble that was caused by Doane's own doing. Blake Allen fumbled, and it ended up leading to a Mount Marty touchdown. Final numbers through the air, 170 to 140 in favor of Mount Marty, 142 to 89 also in favor of the Lancers. Now it's time to bring you our top plays, which today's top plays will be presented here at Stone Football. As we started this one on a beautiful sunny evening, Doane coming off a tough loss last week, trying to piece together a really good comeback win like they did against Mount Marty last year in the final seconds. Mount Marty with the football first. Rugby Riken, best name in the league, finds a good receiver and a good reception for a touchdown. Rodney Broadnax, just his 4th game for the Lancers this season. That's already his 4th touchdown. Doane got it going early as well, facing into the sun. Sam Hartman, he had a really good first half. So did Andrew Wadeau. the top receiver stepping up with John DeRizo out in this game. That pass going over the middle for the touchdown to tie it up. Waito catches the pass for 32 yards. He would finish the game with 5 receptions for 90 yards. Game tied at 7 in the second quarter. A slant pass caught. It's Broadnax again, almost into the end zone. The Tigers drag him down. That wouldn't play any factor, though. The tight end off the edge of the formation caught. Touchdown for Mount Marty to go up by a score. James Brindley, a couple of catches for him tonight, including the lone touchdown score, but the extra point missed. So just a 6-point lead for the Lancers. Sam Hartman, the circus play of the day, scrambling forever. Go up and get it. Andrew Waito in the back of the end zone. He kept the foot in. They reviewed it. They said it was good. Doane taking the lead for the first time in regulation here this year. 14-13 over the middle, intercepted. Jakarian Jackson, his team best third defensive pick. That had Doane with all the momentum at the point, but they couldn't punch it in for any points there. This was the big momentum changer of the game right here. The punt from Pap, his first of the game. Look out. Here goes Daniel Pierce, shedding tackles, dancing around the far sideline. He could go, and he does. 80 yards to the house on the punt return. Mount Marty took the lead on that play, and it just seemed like that deflated all the air out of Doane's balloon for the rest of the game. Mount Marty goes up. They convert the 2 points, so it's 21-14. And this was the other big momentum player. Allen coughs it up on the fumble. Mount Marty falls on him. Closer look at it. He hit his own lineman that caused the football to come loose. Now with Mount Marty looking for more, up by a score already. Pressure coming. Fade into the back of the end zone. Good breakup there by Doane. A great play by the freshman, Ricardo Briones, to keep the score. 1 score for the moment. But their big running back of the day, Malachi Hartz. 17 carries, 67 yards. That was his lone score of the game, and the only rushing touchdown scored by either side in the game. Time getting late now for Doane in the fourth quarter, trailing by 2 scores. A 3rd and 4. We said that Mount Marty was so good on third downs all night long. The big hit provided by Doane's Aiden Burns, but it was still good enough for a first down and kept him in the game. 28-14 to still a big 4th down. Doane gets the stop late in the fourth quarter, so they get the football back with a chance to come back, but on a 4th down, they give it to Harris on the side. He does not get it past. Huge stop once again for Delonte Dickey. He was all over the place for Mount. Field goal by Camden Vance made it a 31-14 game, and with Doane's time running out, they were very conservative on that last drive. Sam Hart got sacked. That forced Doane to use Waito over the middle, picked off. And that was the icing on the cake right there. The year, and Mount Marty pitches a second-half defensive shutout. They score at 1-14, the final. Doane off next week. They're on a bye. Mount Marty will play at Dort next week. Before we sign off today, once again, let's take a look at our upcoming broadcasts on Tuesday night. High school football coming up, our first broadcast, which will be Elkhorn Valley and Summerlin. It's October the 16th, a 7 p.m. start. Coverage Catholic. Holdridge against Cozad. Those are both Friday games, as well as a big metro area Class A conference volleyball tournaments. You can find a full schedule of all of our broadcasts on our news channel, Nebraska.com website, under the Sports Now tab, and our social media pages, NCN Sports, on Facebook and X. It's been a fun one here. Doane had the opportunity, leading at the halftime break, but couldn't get the offense in the end zone or through the uprights in the second half. 31-14, the final, as we say goodbye. The lights go out here at Al Papick Field. I'm Ryan Valenta. He's Chase Wilkinson. Thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday night. Have a safe rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next for Doane football on November 1st, a couple weeks from now, against Morningside.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Len Peterson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. I think a big difference that Elkhorn Valley Bank offers customers is